couldn't get the duck mask on, so the joke's not going to work out, but hey, whatever. Hello, readers and digital people, and welcome back to GP Reads. My name is Grant Reads, and holy crap, I am glad to be back in The World Reached. We have not read The World Reached in freaking forever. Freaking love this series. It's a great website. For those of you who have not seen it, please, please, please start from the beginning. Just go to theworldreached.gay. Yes, theworldreached.gay, and that is how you will find this website. It is awesome. It is a combination of videos, full-on stories, blog posts, just pictures, anything you can think of, really. Any form of art, all mismatched into this gigantic story that's playing out. And it spans over like 10, 12 series. It's huge. It's awesome. And that's what we'll be doing today. I'm going to try to get this on anyway, because otherwise this weird getup doesn't make sense. Don't question it. It is you just don't understand high fashion, and I don't want to hear it. So let me get my duck mask on. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with this today. There we go. That's the way we do it. Right there. That's how we do it. Just kind of wiggling around. It looks so weird from the side. Should I just leave this on the whole stream while I'm reading? Kind of feeling it. Alright, let me go through the comments real quick. On here, it's being kind of lame. Alright, good to see you, Roxy. The fish fear you, okay. Turtles want... Archiver of Worlds dead. Okay, good to see you too, Luna. Kuber. Hello, Kuber. NM. Yeah, we are doing a live dive of The World Reached, and confusion is to be expected with this series, so I do not doubt that. Yeah, I haven't streamed in a long time, NM, so I don't know how many people's going to be here. But I am getting back into streaming, so hopefully, as everyone gets back in the groove of doing streaming, it will pick back up. Just, there's been so much going on. These last 2 weeks, I just did not have time to stream because my grandma's in the hospital. And then other members of my family got sick and ended up in the hospital, and then another member, and then another member, and then I had to do extra work, and it just... my life has been complete chaos. But it is finally coming down, so I'm able to stream again, thank frickin' goodness. I finally feel good enough to stream again, not stressed out enough, so... Yes, we're going to be reading today. Give me just a second and we'll get started here. Hello, and great to see you again. Murdoch Nichols. Ah, happy birthday! Holy crap! Happy birthday, my friend. Good to see you. Samantha, glad you made it. Illume. You're 30 today. Well, congrats. That's a big milestone. You made it. You survived planet Earth for 30 years. 3 decades. Congrats. Congrats. Yeah, my family's it's been crazy. Hey, Noodle, good to see you. Stuart Pot. All right, got a pretty good crew in here. We'll go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to play a little bit of background music, and there is some background music while I'm reading the stories, but it seems like there's quite a few stories at first, and I'm not sure if all of them have background music, so I am going to have some playing in the background. If it's too loud, let me know. If you would like a different tone of music, also let me know, and I'll get started on the reading here. I just thought maybe some chill lo-fi would be okay. Not sure how loud it's gonna get though. How does that sound? You're 6725. Interesting. Interesting, Cooper. Sound good? Sound okay? Okay, alright, we'll get started. Alright, so this is Chapter 4, Black Roses of The World Reached. The first entry is a story called Nix Delta Moor. For those of you who don't know what Moor is Moor Manor, which is from Wickheck. This does a weird drum roll, didn't expect it. From Wickheck and Pyrites. That's the 2 series. Wickheck is the newer one. Alright, let's go ahead and open that one. And Warren Namos Collection. Deadly Prophecy. And we'll start with these 3. First is Nix Delta Moor, then. Which is... You know what? Let's not open up 3 because it's opening them up out of order. Let's just go Nix Delta Moor. Website of Blue Azalea. December 30th, 2022. Rapid knocking. Kate sits on the couch, but looks at the door. It speeds up more. Come in. The door slings open, and Nyx walks in. Cade blinks. Oh, hello. You wouldn't happen to know where Cole is, would you? Uh-oh, Cole's in trouble. No, I do not know where a gay man is. Why? What? No, I do not know where a gay man is. Why? Good. Nyx walks up and attempts to grab Cade by the throat. It works. He's off guard by it. Okay. Would you consider yourself arisen? Depends. That meaning? Are you here to help them or help me? She squints at him. Well, not sure. Not you for sure. He tries to growl a bit. A black snake of stone slithers out from her shadow and runs up her arm. It wraps Cade's throat and tightens. Nyx lets go and puts her hands to her hips. You're arisen then. Typical. She sighs. Cade chokes when the snake tightens, starting to try and grab a hold of it and pry it off. Not hard to be one then, I think. Not hard to be one then, I think. Nyx scoffs. So, who even are you? I've never heard of you on Dadders or anything else. You showed up on that Zinger fight. The stone snake barely moves. I was invited? I had a mythical dream related to it, I guess. He keeps prying adamantly. A gander, I take it? Weird dog with a sloppy smile? The most accurate description I've heard of it yet. Not even the divulgers are on my side anymore. Nyx snarls some as she thinks. The snake is starting to come loose. He starts trying to pull it more as it loosens. A shame, Nyx is thinking as the snake lets go. Cade throws it at the wall as Nyx's ears perk up. She startled for a moment. Cade dusts off his hands. Sorry, the demons won. Twerp. More snakes slither out from Nyx's shadow. She punches Cade in the area code. Nyx, for those of you who don't know, is the daughter of Night and Day, I believe? No, it's Death, I think. Give me a second. I forgot who Nyx was, apparently. It's the goddess of night, I think. Pretty sure. Greek goddess of night. Yeah, it's the Greek goddess of night. Parents are Chaos. Yeah, this is who we're dealing with right now. Sibling is Erebus. Alright, we'll just keep that up on the side to remember. Alright. Let me move this down. Cade had lacked his experience in his life. He had the luxury and bragging rights to have never had to experience his Gonicus being obliterated. When he witnessed much the same with Uriel, he laughed, as he had no experience with such, and believed there would never have been such an experience in his life. That belief had been cut short within 1 minute. His plans for the future ruined. His bragging rights ruined. He was now joining the other half of the male population. He screams, "Oh God!" and falls over, knees pressed together. Knight, who is now awake due to the scream, just rolls out of the room. Wait, just rolls out of the room? Okay. Luna watches from the doorframe, terrified. Nyx kicks him in the face. The rare Nyx losing her darn cool. What in the world, Luna says. Kay tries to bite her foot. He's growling. Nyx shakes her foot, trying to get it free. Let go! Kay keeps trying to bite more, and tug it towards him. There's a muffled, "Screw you." Nyx falls over and tries to repeatedly kick him in the face with her free foot. It works. He's probably bleeding a lot, and wincing, but he's trying to bite harder and get up shakily. His legs remain stiff though. Luna is watching from the sidelines, but is ready to jump in if Cade's unable to handle it. Nyx continues trying to get her foot out, but now there's a lot of red blood. He eventually kicks off and manages to sit up. Nyx snarls and summons her opal sword. Luna jumps in on seeing the opal. She summons her Ichor. Nyx, nobody wants you here. Luna glares and unsheathes her Ichor claymore. Cade backs up a bit, wiping some of the blood from his face. I'm well aware of that, Nyx growls. Then please, skedaddle. Luna points the Ichor claymore right at her, glaring and growling. For once, Luna is completely focused. Nyx runs to Cade, trying to slash at him diagonally. Luna quickly parries Nyx's attack with her sword. Hell no. He's startled with that. Starting to stand. Thanks, Luna. Luna nods. Nyx scoffs, Now you're helping the... The door swings open, and Flummox takes a wide step into the room. Face it, Nyx. You're all alone in many worlds. Risen don't want your help. Divulgers help Risen. Hell, even Sparrow wants absolutely nothing to do with you, opting to instead use you. It's cold, but it's true. Kate's pointing at Flummox. Nyx grumbles at Luna. Nyx then snaps a finger at Cade. Language. Flummox snickers some. So what's going on here, huh? Oh, hey, Flummox. Nyx just casually attacking Cade because Cole's not here. Her focus is still deadlocked on Nyx. Nyx looks between everyone and lowers her sword. No? Flummox raises an eyebrow at Nyx. Nyx? Nyx looks down and frowns some. Luna grins and watches, lowering her sword. Cade looks so confused. That's good, Nyx Twix. Nyx Twix? Flummox pats Nyx on the head. Nyx grumbles. Okay, remember that grin Luna had? It's gone and now replaced with pure confusion. Oh, and envy too. Nyx Twix? Luna asks. Like I said, we're close. Flummox grins in asymmetrical. Huh, that explains a lot, definitely. Luna takes a couple moments to pause, thinking some things over. So, Flummox, you wouldn't happen to be Eric, would you? Going off the Pirate's banner here. Ha, I wish. That guy hates my guts. Flummox rolls his eyes. Anyway, I better get Twixter out of your hair before there's more danger. Before there's more damage. Let me get that down. Yeah, I think that might be good, Flummox. She cringes at the chaos that just erupted here. Thank you. Say bye, Nyx. Flummox heads out the door. On Nyx's way out, she gives a death glare while making the motion of cutting her throat. Luna smugly grins. Anytime, Nyxie. She turns to Cade as soon as Nyx is gone. Cade, do you need first aid? Cade blinks a few times. Ice pack for sure. Maybe two, but otherwise I think I'm fine. Luna smiles. Be right back. She heads into the kitchen. As Luna walks back in, she catches the 4 items and hands 3 of them to Cade. 2 ice packs and a bottle of water. And one for her, too. Yippee! There's a lot of Nyx. There's a lot of Nyx's blood on the ground. So let me just clean this room before we have more issues. She snaps a mop and bucket of water to the living room as she cleans. Anywhere the blood was, the wooden floors look brand new, like the day they'd entered the house. Thank you. He puts one ice pack between his legs and the other on his face as he lays back. As Luna mops, she notices the fact that Nyx's blood has wood polish in it. Jeez, that's different. That is different. Is this what Harmonia's grandma's house looked like way back when? Harmonia's taking a nice scenic walk in the woods. She's so happy. It moves between the trees, a blade in hand. Harmonia is in human form and looks towards where the movement is. Hello? Nyx steps out. She holds a sword and wears her fancy robes. Can I help you? Nyx's eyelashes are golden, and she steps closer. You're part of the Risen, correct? Yeah? You're Harmonia Iris Reeds, right? She steps even closer. Yeah? She takes a step back, narrowing her eyes. Nyx smiles and looks at her. Her eyes are golden. Good to see you, homebrew. Harmonia's a bit stupid and Harmonia's a bit stupid and looks into Nyx's eyes, immediately turning around and trying to run. Nyx stabs the white opal sword into Harmonia's leg. It glows and hums slightly. It feels frozen cold. It feels freezing cold. Harmonia screams in pain and fear, falling on her face. She tries to grab the sword and pull it out. Nyx stomps down on Harmonia's hand and leg as she rips the sword out. Harmonia screams once again in pain. Who are you? She yells, trying to get up, shaking badly. I raised Rose as one of my own. I nagged at her ear about you. I wanted the hate to brew. Nyx kicks in her face. Harmonia moves to the side so Nyx's foot only grazes it, lessening the damage. She attempts to grab her and push her away. Oh, so that's why she's screwed up. Nyx stumbles back some. Every shallow person has a source, and that source is me. Nyx cuts off her own words with a grunt as she puts as much force as she can into a stomp at her gut. It works, and Harmonia screams in pain before disappearing, reappearing standing up in front of Nyx. Harmonia punches Nyx in the face. Her face rips off and reveals a golden rabbit skull with rubies for eyes. She screeches at Harmonia. Nightjars and owls flood the trees around them. Whoa, okay, that looks freaking crazy. Look at that! That's awesome. So this is what Nyx looks like, apparently? Harmonia screams as well and tries to run away. Nyx steps out from a tree shadow in front of her and slowly raises the blade towards her. Harmonia puts her hands in front of her face, panicking. There's a sickening feeling of bad luck. The moon is lighting the woods in an eerie glow as she continues to approach. Harmonia backs up, opening her mouth and grabbing her whip. She cracks it at Nyx's hands, trying to make her drop her blade. Nyx's arm is moved some from the force, but she keeps a strong grip. The grass around them moves as stone snakes begin slithering out from the shadows. Harmonia notices them and panics, sending her whip to try and wrap around Nyx's sword. It wraps, and Nyx pulls on the blade. Harmonia pulls the blade out of Nyx's hand as she stumbles forward towards Harmonia. Harmonia grabs the sword by the hilt, pointing it at Nyx. On bringing the blade up, she realizes her surroundings have changed. They, standing in an empty large building, moonlight filters through the skylight with a large blood moon. The room is filled with grandfather clocks that tick. Nyx taps her shoulder from behind. Harmonia looks behind her, terror in her eyes. Nyx's face pries open as a stone snake rises out of her mouth and hisses, ready to strike. It's able to. Harmonia too, surprised to dodge. The snake strikes her neck and injects a venom. She grabs her neck and backs up, panicking. What was that? Her vision starts blurring, and she feels a bit drunk. The snake retreats back into Nyx's mouth. Harmonia stumbles back, trying to run in the opposite direction from Nyx. After a bit of running, she falls to the ground, soon passing out. Well, that's bad. Holy crap. So that's what's going on with Harmonia right now. Or was. Jump back over to the chat real quick. Alright, my phone should have enough battery now. Yeah, glad the music matched up well. I thought it might have. Yeah, the world reach is really crazy. What y'all think of that entry? Hey, Dr. 21st. Good to see you. Been a long time. Hey, King of Birds. Good to see you again, too. Yes, protecting all three, I guess. Yeah, world reach is awesome. I'm aware of Dakota. Yes, I am. Alright, we'll go ahead and move on to the next story. Next one is called Warren Anomalous Collection. This is December 30th of 2022, so this happened not too long ago, a couple months ago. Harmonia wakes up in a cell with a single mattress and durable one-way glass window. Television, speaker, a panel with different buttons. Locked small trash chute, and a locked food slot on the bottom of the reinforced door. She looks around, groaning. You're kidding me, she mutters, forcing herself to sit up. The door opens as a researcher steps in. A human male sits down on one of the two metal chairs in the room and holds a clipboard. Harmonia sneers. What do you want? She says, holding her head. Can you confirm your name? She flips them off. He sets the clipboard down on his lap. I understand you might not be happy about this situation. I ask that you cooperate to make this process as smooth as possible. Will you let me out if I do? That has yet to been decided. She narrows her eyes. Whatever. Are you not wanting to take how you are treated seriously? I'll answer the questions, she mumbles, annoyed. Confirm your name for me, please. Harmonia Iris Reeds. How would you describe what you are so we can better understand you? A gluttony demon, she says, huffing. Can you describe what makes you a gluttony demon, and what other names gluttony demons could go by? Harmonia shifts to her demon form. This, for example. The makeup as my soul, I guess. Not sure if there's any other names. She's about 7 foot tall, wearing a black anime t-shirt and basketball shorts. Where her skin would be is black carapace, and there's red fluff on her lower arms and calves, similar to leg warmers. She also has black fluff on her torso that is poking out of the collar of her shirt and bottom of her shorts. Her face has 4 glowing red eyes, and mostly humanish mouth with a sharp red teeth and black mandibles on top of her lip. Her hair, which is really just long fluff, is red at the bang area and black overall. She also has a fluffy moth antenna atop her head. Does your demon form allow for any other abilities or weaknesses that your other form does not have? My carapace is harder than skin, and I'm physically bigger. Other than that, it carries to my human form, as my human form is mostly just for looks. It doesn't change much. What abilities and weaknesses do you possess in your human form? In both my demon and human form? They nod. I can take out and eat souls, teleport under certain conditions, enhance strength and durability, stuff like that. She shrugs. I'm not telling you my weaknesses for obvious reasons. Have you always been a demon? If not, how did you become one? No, I became one because I was killed, and my friend gave me half his soul. He was a gluttony demon, and I became half demon for a while until I died again, and became a full demon. Does this make you different from other gluttony demons? Yeah, me and my friend are different from other gluttony demons, as we're part of an old generation. What is your daily routine for meals and similar materials necessary for survival or comfort? Harmonia grins. 5 meals a day, each with 1 soul. Good human food and general human comfort stuff like a bed and blankets and entertainment and stuff. What do you consider your average sleep schedule? Whenever I get tired? Around when would you be and around would you wake up? I don't know, maybe like 1 a.m., wake up at like 11? Do you have any... do you need anything other than what's already provided to aid you in your sleep? Guess not. She shifts back to human form. Sleep well. I'll return in the morning. He gets up and heads out. The lights turn off, and there's a glow on the dark strip of tape on the edge of the bed and the leg of the chairs. Harmonia huffs, getting into the bed and trying to get comfy. Might as well. Harmonia's always getting in trouble, isn't she? Or they? I don't know. This kept saying she in here, so I'm just going to say she. But I was pretty sure Harmonia was they at one point. Anyway. This one mentions like suicidal things, so if you are sensitive to that, you may want to skip this blog. Maybe mute for just a minute, and I'll give you all the thumb up when I finish the blog. I'm going to read this real quick, and then I have a question for y'all. This one's called A Deadly Prophecy. This was on the 31st of December last year. Trigger warning, self-harm. Oh. I remember this one. I'm gonna drink through this. I'm gonna try to figure it out. Did you just she and they? Okay, thanks. Thanks, Roxy. Okay. I need to turn this to live. It's on top messages. Okay. Blaley has become very stern. She brought Violet and Grass home immediately after pulling Violet out of the quantum lock. They all sit on the couch in Violet's living room. Tell me again, what did you see exactly? Violet thinks, trying hard to recall all that just happened. I saw a cave full of spiders made of diamonds, and there were candles on the walls, too. Violet grabs a piece of paper and redraws what she can think of it looked like. That's what it looked like, all these diamond spiders with the candles. Blaley looks at the drawing and stands up. She seems angry. I did not mean to do whatever I did. I'm sorry. I don't even know what happened. Violet looks confused on everything that just happened. Stop apologizing now. You did nothing wrong. It's just... Sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you. I just don't understand. What does this mean? Violet points to the image. It means that my mother might die. Are you sure that this was the amount of spiders you saw? That I recall, yes. What does the amount of spiders have to do with Ashen's possible death? This is the land beyond the veil, between realms, where the goddess Mara resides. To see any replicated gemstone being is to receive a prophecy. Spiders symbolize death, and Ashen is her 47th daughter. The gems were white, I assume. That will confirm the death prophecies to be of her lineage.
I believe they were diamonds? Clear? I'm unsure of the meaning then. Did any of them touch you? Yeah, I touched one of them. Is that bad? Violet. She stands. Then the prophecy is now about you. What? What do you mean? Am I gonna die? I don't want to die. I'm sorry. That's just how prophecies work. You're never meant to enter her halls. I'm honestly not sure how you did. It doesn't make sense. Did you see anything else? I think so. Some candles? I don't know. Violet is shaking a bit. How many? I think 4. I don't know. That's what I can recall. 4 secrets revealed before the death shall come. Grass is getting upset. Violet stands and holds onto a wall about the information she just received. I don't know what to do. She looks to Grass, walking over to her and giving her a hug, trying to hold back tears. Don't touch her! She says this too late. What? Violet lets go of the hug. Prophecy transfer can spread. Just stop moving. Violet sits down where she is, as some tears escape down her face. What now? How do I even go on with life, knowing that? Violet starts to cry some more. Blayley rushes you and places both hands on your shoulders. She gives you a... It's not Violet. Blayley rushes at Violet and places both hands on her shoulders. She gives her a fierce glare and then digs her nails into her arms, enough to cause her to bleed. Ow! Ow! What are you doing? She tosses her aside and then jumps at Grass and does the same. Blayley then fades out of reality. The room warps as she does so. What is going on? Blayley, what did you do? Violet looks very confused. The spiders, there are more now, 53. My number. You should be fine now. Don't question it. What's done is done. But you... Violet stays quiet to respect their wishes. Alright, what now? We continued your practice. It shouldn't transfer anymore. I made sure of it. I would prefer it if I didn't waste the rest of my life. We need to find a way to destroy Raga. For some reason, you seem to be the answer, or at least part of it. Alright, I understand. So let's get practicing and master this. I saw a crown in her realm, a crown of flowers, but it vanished when I got close. I've never seen anything like it. The crown of which grows and dies? That could possibly be it. Possibly. Happy New Year, Violet. I think that's enough for today. Everyone needs time to process. We'll pick back up tomorrow. Don't you think that's best? We'll try to figure out how you entered the quantum lock then, and how that led you to that realm. Alright, Happy New Year to you too. Blayley vanishes, leaving you alone with Grass. Hey, Violet? Violet turns to Grass. Yeah, Grass? She gives her a smile. Grass kisses Violet to celebrate the new year. Do you think that things will ever be simple again? I'm so confused all the time. She giggles as she says that. Nothing is ever simple. She giggles as well. If it was life, if life would be so boring, that would be no fun. She kisses back. Simpler? She corrects. We can only wish, but with the new year, I think that wish can be so. She gives a bright smile. What about Blayley? I don't know. I think Blayley has accepted her future, but if not, we will help her to live the best life she can. I don't want her to die for us. Think there's something we can do? I don't think there is anything we can do. It's up to the gods now, I believe. Can we ask them for help? Doesn't Mara have an avatar here in this veil? I mean, Venti might be one. That might be our best bet. Venti? You probably know them as Cerulean. When can we visit them? I mean, I can message them and see if they are free. Yeah, if you don't mind. Alright. Violet gets on her phone and types away. Venti is coming over. They should be here soon. In a wisp of blue, Venti appears. They're wearing pajamas, an oversized sweatshirt. Hey, they wave. Hey, Venti. Violet motions to Grass. Venti, meet Grass. Grass, meet Venti. Oh, hi. Venti waves at Grass. What did you need? So, you know the licorices, right? They pause. I don't think so? The Daughters of Ashen, she clarifies. Oh, I don't know. Is this Naomi stuff? They look to Peyton. Yes, it is. I haven't really been paying too much attention to the Naomis. Just got distracted by a thing there. Just a second. I haven't really been paying too much attention to Naomi since I escaped last year, Venti admits. Alright, that's fine. Violet looks in thought as she looks to Grass. Any idea of how to contact an avatar or create one? I don't know how this works. Avatar? We need help from the goddess. Can you help us? Sure? Blayla receives a prophecy curse from us, and she might die now. Can you help us save her? I can see if Mara can possess me, Venta says, taking a deep breath. They close their eyes, and they open them. They're glowing blue. Ah, the abominations of the machine gods persist. Why did you summon me? Hello, Mara. Blayla seems to have a curse from us on her, and we wish to see if we can remove it. Why should I help you, or any of your kind? Your kind? You listen here, me and Grass are trying our hardest to take down Raga so you don't get dethroned, so I'm sorry if our kind does not live up to your expectations. Raga has become problematic. That much is for certain, but she can never dethrone me. She will be her own undoing. That said, how will saving Blayla end Raga's tirade? Blayla is training us to defeat Raga, so if Blayla dies, so does your chance of Raga going away. And you are certain that this training will help you end her. If the Licorices knew how to do so, why didn't she do it herself? I am the one who's destined to wear the crown of which grows and dies. We are the ones that are destined and can end them. Oh, you think so? She stares at her for a moment. Oops, messed up. I see. Well, this omen isn't one that can be easily undone, but I can delay it from this form. How so? Once something is foretold, it will exist in this world as a prophetic omen. Omens can be transferred or delayed, but they cannot be erased without changing the future insurmountably. Usually for the worst. I see. Then how may it be delayed? Keep her away from the dragon for as long as possible. Marv returns control to Venti. Violet returns to Grass. Violet turns to Grass. Do you know of a dragon? Like a real dragon? No. Venti blinks, stumbling back. Whoa, okay, that was cool, but weird? Welcome back, Venti. Violet thinks that what they could mean by the dragon. Venti waves. Mind if I head home now? I'm pretty tired. Took a lot out of me. Yeah, I think it's fine if you head home, Grass. Do you know of a dragon, Venti? I don't think so. They pause. Do you guys... Wait, didn't Roxy get a dragon for Christmas? No. Did she get one? Yeah, I think so. Do you know where it is? I do not. Well, that doesn't really help, but thank you anyway, Venti. Thank you, Venti. No prob. Maybe text Roxy and ask? Venti shrugs. Best I go. See ya. They teleport away. I guess we'll have to avoid places Roxy usually visits while Blayla is with us. Yeah, seems like a plan. Can you text Roxy and ask Violet? Wait, can you text Roxy and ask Violet? Sure, I'll give it a shot. Violet types away as she sends the message. Anything in your minds, dear, while we wait? I want seafood. Violet gives a giggle. I know it's late, but should I order in? You hungry? I would not mind seafood. Go ahead. Grass goes to her landline phone and calls. Jim Bob's Fish and Gumbo Plus. Jim Bob's Fish and Gumbo Plus. Violet sits on the couch, closing her eyes to try to relax. Violet starts to feel an itch under her ear as she sits up a bit and itches it. Violet's finger burns. She retracts her hand from the itchy spot as she winces. Hey, Grass, I'm gonna use the bathroom for a sec, if you mind. And a pile of hush puppies? Yeah, go ahead. Violet walks to the bathroom as she shuts the door, examining the spot behind her ear. Violet sees a patch of blue skin. It appears rough and shiny, almost glass-like. That's what it looks like right there. That's a thing that's gonna happen soon. What in the world? Violet touches it again. Violet's finger starts to bleed. Violet removes her hand again from the blue skin. Ow! Violet looks confused as she looks to the blue skin in confusion of what to do with it and why the heck it's there. Violet's leg begins to throb. Violet looks to her leg by lifting her skirt a bit to see. A small patch of Violet's leg is clear, but smooth like ice. What in the world? What is happening to me? Violet sits down, afraid to touch it as well, trying to think what is happening to her. Violet's skin feels like it's crawling. Wait a minute. Violet grabs a pocket knife from her bag, filling around to where the crawling is most, cutting down on her skin on where she thinks the crawling might be. Light blue and powdery tiny crystals pour out along with blood, every place Violet cuts. Suddenly, Violet's mouth feels stiff on the inside. Her tongue hurts every time she moves it, as if the inside of her mouth is cutting it. She tastes blood. What is going on? Violet looks in the mirror, examining everything to her mouth to her blue patches as she freaks out. Violet's entire body stiffens. Violet falls to the ground, frozen. Violet unfreezes. She's now in the realm of Mara. She's in the room with the spiders again, but there are no spiders this time, just 4 candles. She looks around, looking for answers to where she is. The room is cold and quiet. No exits can be seen. Violet moves over to the candles and picks one up. A vision of Lavender Tower 4 enters Violet's mind. Violet puts the candle down and does the same with the other 3. You see the tower lobby, you see the Lavender apartments, and then you see a storage closet and a box that is glowing. What in the world? What's in that box? The room begins to spin as soon as she thinks this, and Violet passes out. She wakes up on the bathroom floor, covered in crystal powder. Violet's body seems back to normal. For now. The patches have disappeared, but you still feel the pain from the earlier transformations. Violet collects the crystal powder in a smaller bag as she heads back to Grass. Hey, Grass? Yeah? She's on the couch now. Don't touch it, but... Do you know what this is? She shows her the bag full of crystal powder. No? Did you find it in the bathroom? Well, you see, it might have been, coming out of my skin. Do you need to go to a doctor? I don't think so. My skin started to turn blue, and then I was back at the cave place with the spiders and the candles. Just no spiders were there. I picked up the candles, and they showed me where something is that's important. So, sentient teleportation dandruff? Sorry, not helping. Are you sure you're okay? Violet giggles a bit at the comment. I don't know. I think I'll be fine. I'm just wondering if I could teleport there, grab it, and then come back home. Using the dust or the instance thing? Probably the instance thing. It's pretty late, but the seafood is almost here. Want to try tomorrow? Yeah, that could work. Violet sits on the couch with Grass, snuggling up with her. Yeah, there's another entry, but it'll be in order, so... That one was pretty freaking intense. Okay, we're good. It's over. Y'all, any of you who had it muted, the blog entry is over, so we're all good. It was kind of intense, so... Yeah. Alright, we are on... a flummox! And yes, I'm gonna say a flummox like that, but first I need to read the comments. We have some comments here. Alright, Murdoch, Stuart Pot, Grant warned you about the trigger warning, so if you want, yeah, you can mute. But we're good now, though. You struggle with self-harm, yeah. Okay, so, yeah. Alright, yeah, Harmonia, it's like harmony, but instead of a Y, it's IA. Pokerface reprise, yes, can't wait. I hope she's okay too. Hey, Roxy, thank you. Thank you for the $5 donation. I really appreciate that. That helps a lot. Thank you. It's freaking awesome. Yes, everyone please read The World Reached at theworldreached.gay. G-A-Y. I need to pin it. Somebody put the link and I'll pin their comment. Hey, Fluxcat, good to see you, man. How you been? Lockwim, good to see you. I'm about to read the next one. Just give me a second. Just catching up on the comments. Yeah, I love reading The World Reached. I've missed it. I've read all the way up to chapter 4. And I read a little bit of chapter 4 and I took a break because I wanted to read it live with you all. But we're going to read until we've caught up. And then we're going to do a live show about it. And we'll have some guests on. It'll be really fun. A lot of people fall asleep to my reading, but I don't take that as something negative. I take that as like a soothing thing. I take it positive. They call him a flummox. I don't know if I'm going to say flummox like that from now on. Hey, Flower Maiden. Glad you made it. Good to see you. We just finished your story where you started getting the patchy diamond-esque skin and got teleported to the realm of Mara. Alright, let's read a flummox. So it's on the same day, December 31st of 2022. Red lights flash, and an alarm goes off. Harmonia wakes up and looks around. Huh? There's no one here. She can faintly hear people walking outside. She goes to the door to see if she can open it. It doesn't want to budge. She looks around the room again to see if there's anything else in it. It's all the same items of yesterday. She's starting to try to break the glass. She's trying. Anything she does doesn't seem to work, as the red lights and alarms stop. The door opens, and the man from before enters. Good morning. She stops and backs up. Morning? What was that? Just an average drill, nothing to worry about. He sits down in a chair. Well, how did you sleep? She shrugs. Okay, I guess. We would like to perform a series of tests. A compartment on the wall opens. If you will grab the items in the compartment and place them on the floor before us. She sighs and goes to see what the items are. It's a kid's toy set of stick and different sized rings. She stares at the man. You've got to be kidding me. I am not. I would like to see you complete the puzzle provided. Fine. She's doing a kid's puzzle. She then puts them on the ground and puts the rings on the sticks, largest on the bottom. He nods. Very good. He begins writing. Something else drops in the compartment. The next test is in the compartment. Harmonia goes to the compartment to see what's inside. It's a few building blocks with letters on each side. Please complete the puzzle provided. She stacks the blocks in alphabetical order. Interesting. The man writes for a concerning amount of time. Harmonia tries to see what he's writing, but it all gets a glimpse of it's abbreviated as WAC before he turns to the next page. Please confirm your identity again. Harmonia sighs and sits on the bed. Harmonia Iris reads. Would you eat one of them? Eat one of what? He pauses writing and glances up at her. What do you mean? You asked if I would eat one of them? I did not ask you that. I asked if you were ready for lunch. Did it sound like my own voice? Harmonia nods. Yeah. She looks around the room suspiciously. The researcher gets a walkie-talkie out of his lab coat and holds it to his face. This is a curiosity of CSZ to CNZ. Please check the rafters again. Another voice responds. Roger. What's CMZ? She asks, tilting her head. A different area of the facility. He puts the walkie-talkie away. If you hear me or anyone else saying to eat something, or something I recommend you do, it tends to affect what people hear. So go ahead. Eat my soul. Harmonia blinks. No thanks. I don't want to eat your soul. She says nervously, unsure if what she's hearing is being changed. No, I ask you to. It would be an honor. Besides, you said you wanted a soul for each meal. Wait, no, I was kidding, actually, she says nervously, looking around. Who's in the walls? It's a weird question. Who's in the walls? You know? No one is in the walls. Are you well? Maybe if you ate my soul, you would feel better. Why is he trying to convince her to eat his soul? Harmonia covers her ears. No, I won't be tricked into eating someone's soul. It's not a trick. I'm asking you to. He gets up and walks closer to her. She shakes her head, covering her ears. No! There's no need to be scared. I've already done everything I want in my life. I would not be losing anything. He reaches up to put a hand on her shoulder. She smacks the hand away. No, I said no! She yells, panicking. Harmonia, please calm down. Maybe a bite will help. He takes a step back. Stop, I'm not eating you, she yells, looking around for any way to escape. Harmonia, you need to calm down. He takes a syringe out from his lab coat. No, you need to. She tries to grab his arm to stop him. His arm's grabbed as he freezes in place. Harmonia, eat my soul now. Why? Do I need to say it twice? He tries to pull his hand free. I'm not doing it, she sneers, pushing him away. He lunges at her, trying to get her with the needle. She tries to catch his hand, but gets pierced with the needle. She's injected with something as the man lets go and steps back. Why did you do that? She yells. He backs up more. I asked you to eat my soul, and you didn't. So why did you drug me? What's in it? Doesn't matter. Your time is limited unless you eat. I'll be fine. What did you give me? She's shaking in anger, absolutely peed. The man quickly heads out of the room. His walkie-talkie had fallen on the floor during the struggle. Harmonia snatches it, hugging it to her, trying not to panic. She needed to figure out what to do. The room is quiet. She does not feel any effects. She stares at the walkie-talkie, hoping it says something. It's dead quiet. She makes sure it's on. The closer look of the buttons are stickers. There's only one real button. She presses it. After a long pause, a voice says, Roger. What? She tries to pull off the stickers. The stickers come off. The door slowly creaks open. She gets up, moving to the door slowly. It remains open. She can't even hear people walking like before. She heads through the door and finds a large corridor with no one in it. It's eerie how quiet it is. She takes a deep breath, heading further in and looking for what could be an exit. There's another door open at the end of the hall. She heads over and goes inside. It's one last hall. Another door is wide open. She gets the glimpse of something at its head in the door, and distant jingle. She runs towards it curiously. She sees Flummox enter the smaller hall with a dead-end door. Flummox turns to her. Eat my soul! Harmonia jumps. Huh? What did you want me to do? I'm kidding, Flummox chuckles. They call me a Flummox. I take it you're Harmonia? Harmonia nods. Yeah, do you know what's going on here? I was fighting Nyx, but she poisoned me and I passed out and woke up here. Yeah, welcome to Nyx's little burrow of oddities. He does jazz hands. Dead-end door around the corner, and you'll be home scot-free. He nods towards the dead-end door. Did you come and get me? She asks curiously. More of you were on my route, so I might as well. I just pulled a Stimbly Trugels. What the heck? More of you were on my route, so I might as well. Had pulled a few Strimbly Strugels for you. Harmonia smiles. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Oh, and one more thing. Tell the others I said hello and toodaloo. He makes a weird hand salute before walking past her and down the other side of the hall. Okay. Harmonia heads out the door and around the corner. She heads back up. She ends up back at home. Smack the microphone. So that was a Flummox. Now we're on Locke Agrees. Let's see, we've got Locke Agrees, Isaac Gathering. So when do we get to the next video? It's gonna be a while. We're almost to Poker Face though. Let's get to Poker Face. Let's just keep going. This is Locke Agrees. Go back to the chat real quick. I'm doing alright, Fox. Glad you're doing good. You don't have to do that, Stuart Pot. I appreciate it, though. Thank you. A Flummox is whatever that thing was. That is a Flummox. Alright. Let us continue. This is still on December 31st. A lot of stuff happened on 31st. Apparently Locke also agreed on the 31st, whatever that means. Turn to hub. Okay, so it's just this one entry. Locke agrees. December 31st of 2022. Still not in this year yet. Locke gets up to open the door. Knight continues sitting because someone got the door before him. It's Melody. She's an anthropomorphic deer, about 5'2", wearing a Sanrio shirt, jeans, boots, and a flannel under a winter coat. She also has a flower crown of lilies on her head. Hey, I'm back, she says with a smile, surprised to see Locke. Locke holds the door open, with a confused look. Welcome back, Melody, Knight says. Orpheus looks to Melody. You're alive? S'mores is behind her. Melody flushes with embarrassment and nods. Yep, traveled around a bit, got a new friend, and healed Sandar and was a rat. She seems disdained at the memory. But I'm back now, she smiles. She smells like she hadn't had a proper shower in at least a month. Kate springs awake when you heard the word rat, looking around quickly. Sorry to say, but you may need a shower. Also, here. Knight tosses Melody a doubloon. Tosses doubloons. S'mores just heads to the bathroom. Melody nods. Yeah, excited for running water though. Yippee! She catches the doubloon. Thanks. Kate's staring at Melody. Merry Christmas, Knight cheers. Melody grins at Orpheus, stepping into the house. You've grown, she giggles. Locke is watching before she suddenly heads to the kitchen and returns with a tray of tea and cups as she sits down. I did. Wait, yeah, I did. I moved out of the house. This is just... What the hell? Just... What? I moved out of the house. This is just what hell does to it. Yeah. He stands up. Melody giggles, approaching and poking at Orpheus. You look like you. Then she turns to Cade, locking eyes. You, come here, Kate says. Melody walks over, extending her arms. He hugs. She smells bad. It's good to see you guys again. Glad to see Locke's alive. He's been around Orpheus and other rat demons. He's used to the smell. She pulls away. Guess I should get to that shower, she chuckles. Dakota walks in from somewhere. He stares at this deer. Thing. Who let a deer into the house? The kid and I already got us enough venison to last us the whole year. We don't need any more deer meat. This is Melody, and I swear to God, do not eat her. Night glares. Melody's face pales. I'm not edible. Locke snaps to looking at Dakota. Don't eat the ones that speak. I don't know that it spoke, he pouts. I just thought it was wild. I'm standing on two legs with clothes on. Look, he's a little dumb, okay? Right, sorry about that. I'm not used to animal things that walk and talk like humans. Cade looks as though he's about to comment something, but decides not to. It's alright. Melody says, her ears pointed downwards a bit. I'm gonna go shower. And she heads to the hallway. Cole wakes up as he grabs his cane. I'm an old man. Peepaw, Cade jokes. Peepaw Cole. Night heads on. I can't even retort against it, Cole sighs. Luna snorts and wakes up from her nap. Huh. I feel like I missed a lot. Melody walks back into the room, fresh. Hi, Luna. Hi, Cole. Oh, hi, Melody. Long time no see. Luna smiles warmly. Cole waves to Melody. Hello, Melody. Hi, I'm back, she smiles. She's wearing a t-shirt, jeans, and her big flannel. Did you have fun? Cole smiles. She nods. Yeah, mostly. Melody walks over to hug Cole. Cole leans his cane against the couch and crouches down to hug Melody. Melody hugs him gently. What have you guys been up to? What happened with the cane? She asked with concern. Locke watches. Cole shakes his head and smiles. I'm fine. Just decided to wear one of my old outfits for a bit. Melody nods. Oh, okay, good. I wanted to ask you something. What is it? Cole's head tilts slightly. I wanted to ask if you could take out the chip. It's helping me a lot, and I'm thankful for it, but I don't think I need it anymore. She smiles. Cole nods and smiles. I'm glad you don't need it anymore. It shows you're improving. He snaps as the chip appears in his hand. Melody takes a deep breath and nods. Thank you. She hugs him again. Cole puts the chip in his overcoat pocket and hugs her back. Not a problem. Melody yawns. I'm gonna go check out my room. I'll probably have to clean it, she says, not excited to clean it. Cole nods. If you need anything, let me know, alright? Luna finally exhales. Glad she's safe. Orpheus is chilling on the floor. Cole takes a deep breath and sighs. Orpheus, can we talk? I will. Melody leaves. Orpheus looks to Cole. Oh, sure. He stands. Cole takes his cane and rests both of his hands on top of it. I hate to bring this up, but, look, I don't hate you. Just what you said at Claire's birthday party really screwed me up. I know it was true. I know it wasn't true. Wait, I know it was true, but I just don't know if I can look at you like you're my best friend anymore. Cole sighs. Locke watches quietly. Orpheus stares at Cole. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't really know what to say other than it's fair. Spare is only allowed in my house, so she can shower, by the way. We, never talk. Ever. Cole nods. Fair. I just wanted to clear up that... skip down. I just wanted to clear that up so you don't think I hate you or something. He chuckles nervously. I mean, hell. How could I hate you when I got you a Christmas gift? That's fair. I did think it was going to be a boxing glove. That shot out and punched me in the face, though. Cole shakes his head. I wouldn't do that to you. That's just rude and only really reserved for my enemies. Locke looks between them, as if he's expecting something to happen. It would have been funny, not gonna lie, but yeah, nice talk. Cole nods. Went better than I assumed. Yeah, good talk. Orpheus stretches. I'm gonna throw my axe at wild animals. He leaves the house. Oh my god, he's gonna murder you, Locke says. No? We had an adult conversation? Cole looks over at Locke with a confused look. You heard how he was talking, and you don't bend over backwards or lie or anything. He's so mad, I can tell. Locke reinforces. That's mad? Orpheus is probably the chillest person out of all of us. Luna tilts her head. Locke, I'm starting to think you don't know how to... Move down real quick. Locke, I'm starting to think you don't know how to come to a calm. No bullcrap. Agreement? Cole narrows his eyes at Locke. Yeah, I can. That's easy. Sure it is, Cole sighs. It is, Locke grumbles. What is your favorite color? Cole leans on his cane slightly. I mean, I like yellow, Locke replies. Gray is a better color, Cole says with a flat tone. I mean, yeah, you're right. It's very soft and simple. Locke folds immediately. See? You're doing it right now, Cole groans. Well, yeah, maybe I am. She looks down. No, it's not a maybe. You are doing it, Cole sighs. Yeah, I am. Locke looks down some more. Luna's watching silently, uncomfortable. You're still doing it, Cole sighs. Oh, for the god's sake, Cole, Luna grumbles, trying to break up the conversation. Yeah? Cole sighs and shakes his head as he goes quiet. Sorry, Locke apologizes. It's fine. Cole goes back to holding his cane with one hand. Locke mumbles in a high-pitched tone, so it's like... Luna... You know what that sounds like? That's what it sounds like, but anyway. Locke mumbles in a high-pitched tone. Luna turns her attention directly onto Locke and winces a little. What the hell was that? Locke continues in a high-pitched tone. Why are you verbally key-mashing? Luna stares. Locke says quickly. You don't have to do that, though? In the case of my favorite colors, instead of doing whatever this is, just explain why you like yellow more. Don't just fold. Luna takes a deep breath. Okay, let me show you. Hey Cole, I like blue the most because it's the color of the skies back home. Locke's ears drop as she looks between Luna and Cole. Cole looks over at Luna. That's okay, I prefer charcoal gray, but it reminds me of the emptiness, and that calms me down and clears my mind. Luna nods back. I respect that, Cole. Glad to hear it helps you. Locke Locke looks over at them, over and over. Luna turns her attention back to Locke, and that's how you have an adult discussion. Neither of us threatening to murder each other. Orpheus walks back in the house. His sweatpants have a lot of dirt and grass stains now. Surprisingly, he isn't covered in blood. He shakes the dirt off his paws and looks at Luna, raising an eyebrow. Murder? Locke gets up and pulls the hatchet from her back. Locke, what are you doing? Luna says, scratching her head. Orpheus stares at Locke. Ah, darn it, I just taught her how to use that thing. Cole and Luna look concerned. Locke runs at Orpheus and slides as she swings at a leg. Orpheus gets hit in the leg and barks. Ow! He falls forward. Locke squeaks as she lets go and is crushed. But why? Luna is so confused. Cole blinks. Why did you do that? Orpheus gets up growling. Okay. He takes a deep breath. Normally, I would be peed off. He pulls the axe out of his leg and drops it on the floor. But you used it right. Congratulations! He picks Locke up. Locke, I'll be honest. Good swing. But what the heck? Luna says. Locke is stunned and does nothing. Orpheus carries Locke into the kitchen, out the back door, and sprays her with a garden hose for 3 seconds before allowing her to return inside. Okay. Afterwards, Orpheus limps in and sits on the couch. Cole, do you still heal people? Cole slowly looks over at Orpheus. Is that even a question? Yes? Great. He shakes his axe leg at Cole. Locke quietly walks in. She's soaking, but sits down and keeps the water contained to one spot. Her hair is out of her face for the time being. That was wild. Wickheck, tell ya. Alright. That was Locke agrees. Now we're on Isaac Greco. Read the comments real quick before we move on to that. Oh, we're finally in January. Finally in this year. Great. Mr. Wobbles. Alright. Really, you don't have to, Stuart. I really appreciate it, though. Stuart Potch. That is my good friend 2D, right? You got the little squiggly-boos, so I'm assuming it's you. Don't know what those things are called. Don't make fun of me. Squiggly-boos is the name. The end. No questions. Okay. Yeah, we're on Isaac Greco. What one did you say I should get to? Wobbles. Blah, 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 blah. Do not see Mr. Wobbles. I made it to Poker Face. That's how far I've made it. So I'm just about caught up where I've actually read. I don't see Mr. Wobbles. I'd like to read all of this, but I don't know if I can get all of it in. Mr. Wobbles, okay, it's right after Poker Face. I see it. Okay. Alright, we will continue. We're on Isaac Greco. We can get to that. That's no problem. Yay, we have a video! Take a drive to Cold Genesis. We'll watch part of that. The streams are cursed. What? If you watch one, you must watch them all. I have, though. I've watched them all separately. Not today, so that counts. That freaking counts. Okay, January 1st of 2023. Melody walks out of the funny door and waves at Isaac. Hi, how are you? Isaac quickly turns and points a gun at Melody. He's shaking. Melody stares at the gun. Oh, whoa, hey there, buckaroo. No need to do anything rash, okay? Get out. Get out. He sounds scared. Melody backs up to go to the living room. Okay, just don't shoot, pal. He backs into the living room. Luna walks through and notices Isaac in the bathroom, but again, she opts to giving him some space. Hopefully someone can help him. Oh, and she notices the gun. That's a pretty good thing to notice. Luna enters the living room. Luna walks in kind of shaking up to see Isaac with a gun. Melody sits on the couch. Isaac has a gun. Yeah, I noticed, Melody. I understand. Why? Kind of? Why? She tilts her head. I guess it's more of a theory on why. Recently his mother joined us, and she's attacked one of our housemates with a gun. In retaliation, she died because Cole is our protector, and Isaac was in the room, so as far as I know, this is a response to something extremely traumatic. Oh. Melody's ears tilt down. That's horrible. Luna nods sorrowfully. Technically, this isn't his mother, it's a conduit divulgar in her image, not entirely sure how that works, or how she's able to survive so easily. She's not down and out, but you still gotta think about it from Isaac's point of view. She sighs. Yeah, does Isaac know that she's not really dead? I'm mostly unsure. Maybe someone should tell him. Melody looks to the hall, standing up. I can try. Can I be your backup in case things go south? But yes, go for it. Melody nods. Yeah, thank you. She smiles, heading into the hall, and Luna follows. The moment anyone takes a step into the hall, in the view of the door, Isaac fires and misses, shooting the wall instead. Melody yelps. Isaac, your mom isn't dead, she says, panicking a little bit. That thing isn't her! Okay. Melody puts her hands in the air. Why are you pointing a gun at us? The moment that thing shows her face, I'm gonna give her a makeover in lead and gunpowder. He sounds like a mixture of mad and scared. Isaac, she's a conduit divulgar. Luna calls out from the hallway. I don't care what the hell she is. I want her gone for good. Something about this concerns her. Melody looks to Luna. Well, can't Harmonia eat souls? Yes, they can. We just need to get Harmonia over here and speak her name. Quick kill. Removal and consumption of a soul. She pauses. This person, deserves it, right? We're not plotting to kill an innocent? I don't know. I barely know anything about her. I know they're apparently a researcher of some kind, and a conduit divulgar, and undying. Luna sighs. Really unsure if this is a good idea. Nervous even. Nothing about that witch is innocent. Isaac has started crying. Luna takes a deep breath. Isaac, let's just stop saying her name. That's the only way she's able to come here. Or Nyx, but she could suck eggs. It's not that simple. She'll still show up. Luna sighs. Melody nods. Okay, Isaac. We'll help get rid of her, okay? That is all we can do. And this is what you want, Isaac. Right? Please, think it over. We could threaten her, maybe? Melody suggests. He suddenly stands up and starts firing at the back room wall. Luna puts her hands over her ears and defocuses. Ah! Melody jumps. Isaac, nothing's there! Isaac, please! They're not there! Luna tries to calm him down. Isaac backs into the hallway as he continues to open fire on the walls. Melody and Luna back up, shaking. Isaac, do you see her in your vision? She calls out to him. He stops firing and puts his hands to his head as he's crying. Luna just stays there silent, genuinely unsure what to do. Melody hesitantly tries to touch his shoulder. He lets her, and slides down the wall as he cries into his hands. Luna keeps her distance as her eyes turn purple. Melody tries to hug him to help. Isaac is shaking and leans into the hug. It's okay. It'll be okay, she says gently, trying to calm him down. Isaac stays there crying before suddenly pushing Melody off, standing up and opening fire at a different wall. Isaac, everything is going to be okay, I promise. Crystal's voice is soothing and calm, but controlled. Melody covers her ears, panicking and running out of the room. Isaac growls and turns to face Crystal. His eyes are full of rage. Crystal faces Isaac. Their focus is on Isaac, with the intent to disarm, not harm. Isaac, we will protect you from her. We will not allow her to harm you anymore. Their voice is calm. Please put down the weapon. No. That doesn't fix anything. He points the gun at her. Crystal locks onto the gun, and their psychic magic, and attempts to rip it from his hands. Please. The look on her eyes is extremely serious, and she makes eye contact. The gun is successfully taken as Crystal removes the bullets. Melody runs in, trying to tackle Isaac now that the gun is gone. Isaac is tackled, but doesn't fall over. He stumbles back quite a bit, though. Melody stands awkwardly and looks up at him. Hey, so let's just calm down, okay? Isaac stares at Melody. Melody backs up, laughing nervously. Crystal continues to stare down, preparing for a psychic hold if things get intense. Melody, you might want to get behind me. Isaac attempts a foxy jump scare. Crystal attempts a psychic hold in response. If successful, Isaac can breathe, blink, and talk, but all other movement is stopped, as long as Crystal keeps focus. Psychic stop! Kate steps out of the hallway, takes one look at the festivities, and slowly retreats. He tries to bite at random, but falls to the ground as he tries to break it off as best he can. Melody backs up, panicking and running to the kitchen to get the pan to knock Isaac over the head with. Crystal struggling to keep the hold. Hurry, Melody! As Isaac tries to break through the stop, Crystal's focus wavers greatly. Melody tries to hit Isaac over the head with the pan to knock him out. It works, and Isaac is knocked out. Crystal lets go and falls to the floor, panting and sweating. Gods, why did they have to make psychic stop actually hurt to use? Melody shrugs, shaking a bit. What do we do now? Crystal is in no real mood to talk. They look out of it a bit. Melody is panicking, not sure what to do, in case he wakes up. She suggests locking him in the bathroom, in the group chat. Crystal struggles to get back up 2 feet. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea, the bathroom thing, until Cole is back home. Melody starts attempting to drag Isaac in. Crystal helps. Isaac is rather heavy, but it is doable. Before locking him in the bathroom, Crystal looks over Isaac for any wounds and addresses them with basic first aid. His head is just bruised. Since the skin isn't broken, she just leaves it alone. Melody puts him in and leaves him in the bathroom. Okay, trapped. Sure hope nobody needs to pee. Crystal chuckles tiredly. Dear gods, that was close. They walk out of the living room, but stumble a bit. It feels like they were just pulled every single muscle in their body. Yeah, if Psychic was that hard to use, I feel like I would just use like my actual energy, like my muscles. I don't know. I mean, the Psychic Hold's pretty freaking strong, so it's probably way stronger than using your physical abilities, and it keeps you from getting hurt. So, and it's complete disabling. So, I get the strain. All right, let me read the comments real quick, and there is actually something I need to talk to you about real quick too. That's okay. I still appreciate the thoughts, Drewpod. I appreciate it a lot. That's okay. I feel like working as a hotel person would be kind of cool. It really is. It was such a freaking intense event. I love how Luna's just always on top of everything, though. She's like everybody's, like, I don't know, big sister. I get that vibe. Like the whole world's big sister. It's not really a mom vibe. It's more like you're the sibling that knows how things work and has the, like, strength and know-how to stop things. So you're just kind of there to keep things from getting too bad. That's the vibes I get from Luna. Alright, thing I need to talk about. A couple things, actually. So, the second issue of ARG Digest magazine is coming out really, really soon. I was actually working on it a little bit today. I'm going to be working on it a little bit throughout the rest of this week, and I'll be working on it probably next week, and then we're going to try mid to late March-ish release for the March-April issue, because we did January, February, and then we're going to do March-April issue. So it is. I'm going to go ahead and leak what is going to be on the cover, if I Yeah, I'm gonna do it. It's not that big a deal. But it's gonna be, I think it's pronounced Buevar. It's spelled like Biosvert, but I think it's pronounced Buevar. And it is going to be on the cover. Nothing else is gonna leak from it. Well, maybe one more thing. User 64342 is getting a feature. Nothing else. The rest of it's gonna stay secret. But something to be excited about. It's really good. We're putting a lot of ourselves into it again. And we're gonna make it as best as we possibly can. We actually have an extra feature in there this time, so. Try to keep it as full as possible. There was something else I was going to tell you all before I moved on to. There's a couple of videos I'm working on. I just, with everything going on, just haven't had time to catch up. But they're still in my Vegas. I'm still working on them. Oh, and after this stream, I'm going to render it and then upload a teaser for Hi-Fi Friends 5. It's actually the opening scene. And patrons, channel members will get to see that. And then I might upload that at the end of, or a different version of it at the end of the week for everyone else. Because I'm not sure if I can get it done this week. There's so much I'm doing, and then work, and then life things. It's just, I'm struggling to keep up, but I'm doing my best. But lots of cool things coming out. Next stream, actually, since we've done a couple ARG streams, I want to go back and do that one Gorillas lore stream, where we all just get together, talk about the Gorillas lore, talk about theories, what we think could happen next, things like that. And then after we do the Gorillas lore stream, then I'm going to move on to a couple of the ARGs I'm wanting to look into, like Gilbert Garfield, and Dan Oberman, I think he's a singer. I can't think of his name. But, yeah, we're going to do some ARG stuff. Oh, another thing. I'm going to be talking with some new partners soon for the return of Flat Cap Recap. And I'm really excited about that. It's going to be ARG themed this time. Okay, that's enough for the announcements. Let's get back into it. Now I got freaking juice on my beak. Never thought I'd say that. Yes, yeah, that's the thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing an actual dive on RHKQ. It's the Kawaii thing, the Nico-chan thing. I might do I'm not sure if I'm going to do an actual dive or another live dive, or both. But we'll definitely need your help, Fire Maiden. You got that under wraps. Yeah, dude, Foxcat, you're gonna love Hi-Fi Friends Episode 5. I'm telling you that. Things are about to change. Things are about to get a lot darker. This will be the last one with a funny tone. After that's gonna be a very serious tone. Episode 6, y'all are gonna hate Appy after Episode 6. Episode 6 is rough. I'm not even sure if you want to watch Episode 6, Foxcat. It's that insane. But you definitely want to see 5. 5's good. And if that's going to come out either next week or the week after. Depends on if I can get it all together. Anyway. I do actually want to do like a dive thing on that with Ara and Hootie, because there is so much that has been missed, and nobody's even looking in that direction. So they're going to steer you all in the right direction. But anyway. Before that, though, let's finish up what we're doing today. Alright. This entry is, what was it called again? It was, what was it? Catherine Conundrum, was it? Yeah. It is Catherine Conundrum. This was on January 1st. Yeah, Gilbert Garfield is like the most disturbing, jacked up ARG ever. Yeah, we're doing that one next. Like, as far as like just off the wall ARG live dives. Yeah, Hi-Fi Friends about to get really good. There's 4 videos right now that are about to come out. There's a short music video thing, a video from Sue, 532. Then there's episode 5 and episode 6. Those are the 4 I'm working on at the same time. 6 will actually be kind of like a silent film. It's gonna be in black and white, but it's really, really, really intense. If you don't like violence, you will not like episode 6. I'm just gonna say that. Anyway. Episode 5 is fun, though. Episode 5 is just a fun singing. I'm gonna stop. Alright. January 1st. How bad can I be is blasting outside of the treehouse. Something is coming. Luna continues Crystal's work from last night and continues sharpening her sword. Ichor blade time. But then, the Onceler song grabs her attention. Who's playing that one song from frickin' what's it called? Kate enters the hallway. It is like 2016 Tumblr again. Cole is staring at the front door. Orpheus stares out the window. I actually forgot about that song. There's a lone boombox in the front yard. Luna is staring at the front door as well, preparing for the worst, and also the best. Cade looks to Cole, expectantly. Orpheus gets up and looks outside. He walks over to the boombox and goes to punt it into the stratosphere across the street. The street is covered in red fog, and something walks out of it, catching the boombox as they do. They're about 6 feet tall, with paper-white limbs, big red eyes, and short black hair. On their heads sits 2 large red horns with jewelry adorning them, and they wear the Once-Source outfit, but in red? They grin, staring at Orpheus as they walk out. "Hello, the kiss," they say, their voice booming as it comes from speakers. Luna walks out, headbanging to something. Kate steps outside and stares. Who the... Red female Apollo? Orpheus exclaims. Cole walks outside with his cane and M1 Thompson. I agree with that, Orpheus. Locke steps out. Knight walks out and immediately runs to the new person, attempting to punch them. Luna stands there with her sword out in front of her. Sup? Dakota is outside, no thoughts in his head. Catherine yawns, turning down the boombox volume and setting it on the ground. She looks down at her outfit. Ugh, let's change that. She snaps and it disappears, revealing she's wearing a red bikini top and red leather harness with black jeans. She wears a silver arm cuff with silver chains on her pants. She also has fluffy black and red ears. How are we feeling tonight? She asks, voice still sounding like it's coming from a speaker. She grins at Knight, grabbing his arm and twisting it. Luna's just jamming to her own music. I think you got the wrong house. The leather club is 2 blocks down. Is she only partly clothed? Locke mumbles. Ugh, Knight is in pain. Orpheus hollers. Knight's house is also 2 blocks down. Ha ha ha. Cover them up. Who are you? Locke asks the newbie. People live around here? Kate asks. Cole nods. Yeah? What? Kate says. Luna groans. That her vague reference was ruined. Yeah. The new person throws a Knight at Cole, yawning. Name's Catherine. Call me Cat or Aaron or whatever. Don't really care. She looks to Locke. Wow. Didn't know you had a prude run living here. Ah! Knight yells as he's thrown. What is that? Locke asks. She's 16. Don't catchphrase. Orpheus yells. Don't catch a phrase. Okay. Kate is looking Catherine up and down. Kath urine. How about Kathy? You look like a slutty Midwestern housewife. Luna says. What is going on? Dakota's so clueless. Are we at a brothel? Cole drops his cane and catches Knight by the scruff as he glares at him. I think she thinks those are clothes. Locke mumbles to Dakota. Get me down, I want to kill. Knight is wriggling and wraggling. Catherine rolls her eyes. Google it, sunshine, she says to Locke, looking at Luna. Girl, that's not even a good insult. Like, objectively, I don't look like a housewife, she chuckles. Two slut-shamers? Dakota, I thought you were better than that. Catherine puts a hand on her chest, acting hurt. How do you know my name? Dakota cowers in fear. Cade covers his face and both his hands. Locke squints. I looked it up, but all I'm seeing are a lot of images. Oh, her face turns red. You were a small idiotic little guy, Cole says tonight as he looks at Catherine. Also, wrong century, clothing whore. Go back to Vegas. Okay, Kath, how do we help you? And would you rather skip to a party where we can kick your ass? Luna asks. I want to commit a violence. Knight is trying to get loose. Orpheus is looking at the kiss and shaking his head. Catherine cackles. Sure, why not? Sounds like a good time. She grins. Thorn red vines coming out of the ground and rushing at the kiss, attempting to wrap around each of their torsos. Locke is wrapped and startled. With the way I'm imagining her right now, she looks like a freaking Yu-Gi-Oh card. There's this Yu-Gi-Oh card that has like vines and like just a bra. Just make me think of. Luna teleports out of the vines quickly. Orpheus jumps back away from the vines, his own loyal flesh tendrils bursting out of the grass, entangling together with the vines Catherine sent his way. Cole drops Knight and teleports out of the way of the vines. Dakota gets wrapped. Kate doesn't appear as fazed by it, huffing some flames at the vines meant for him and moving out of the way. Luna rushes into Catherine and goes in for diagonal slash. Knight gets wrapped up. He tries to flow out of them. Catherine uses a vine to block, letting the vine get cut as she wraps another one around Luna's ankle and attempts to throw her at a tree. Luna is thrown but teleports back to the ground before hitting the tree. The captured Kiss members are thrown at some trees. Orpheus looks at Cole, not sure what to do exactly. Ah! Locke hits a tree. Rattle him! Cole opens fire at Catherine with the Thompson. Knight is put through a tree head first. Luna lands on the ground. Okay, this is going to get slightly more difficult. A bright light engulfs Luna as she transforms into her MG form, her magical girl form. Fire time, baby! Orpheus goes to tackle Catherine by the waist. Dakota gets dented a little from being thrown at the tree. Nothing too bad, but it's noticeable. Ouchie. Cade watches for a moment before sort of just squats to the ground, a summoning circle under his hand on the ground as he summons the oversized hammer from it. Locke is laying upside down by a tree. Ugh. Large dragon wings extend from Catherine's back, and she jumps up, hovering in the air as Orpheus runs into the space she used to be in. The bullets hit Catherine, but clink off. Under her skin appears to be red crystal. The skin heals soon after. Cade tries to throw his hammer at her. Orpheus skids comedically across the ground after missing the tackle, like a goon in a cartoon. Ugh. Luna launches 5 decently sized fireballs at Catherine, targeting the wings. Take this! Faraga! Okay, she Kingdom Hearts now. She's immune to being rattled. Cole stops firing and puts the Thompson back as he flicks his cane back into his hand. Knight wiggles out of the tree before taking out his trusty flare gun and shooting at her. Eat flare gun, whore! Locke gets up, taking her sweet time, straightening her hoodie, and picking off leaves. I don't know what I was going to say there. The hammer is thrown, but Catherine moves out of the way, letting it go into the street. She stops to the ground to dodge the fireballs, but takes the flare gun, her skin reforming when it's destroyed. Catherine yawns. Keep it up, I might get bored soon, she says, flying back up. The hammer fades into smoke. Well, I tried, have fun, Kate exclaims. Knight fires another flare. Orpheus gets up, staring at Catherine. Frick, dude. He pulls out a brick and throws it at high speed. Cole's eyes flicker to pink as his overcoat falls away, revealing his bony wings at their full wingspan. I'm not finished. Cole's bone wings flap as he is brought to the same height as Catherine. Luna snaps her finger, and her broomstick appears. She floats up to Catherine's height. Catherine cocks her eyebrow, dodging the flare and catching the brick, chucking it at Locke. Then she looks at Cole and Luna. Yes? Locke catches the brick and falls on her back as she's winded by it. Oof! Luna simply summons her another fireball and launches it at Catherine's wing. This fireball has a bit of purple glow to it. You'll be hearing from my assistant about the overcoat cleansing costs. Cole's body is covered in arcs as he feigns a punch at her. Okay. A lightning bolt shoots from the metal knuckles of the gloves. Cade watches the festivities. He's always just watching. Alright. Knight hits a tree. Turning... Let me skip down real quick. Okay. Knight hits a tree, turning part of it into sand. The fireball hits, the skin melting from Catherine's wing to reveal the bones in it are made of red crystal. She retracts her wing and lands on the ground, dodging Cole's attack by proxy. Orpheus pulls out a can of hairspray and a vintage cigarette lighter. You can assume what happens next. Locke pushes the brick off and gets up. Kane feigns another punch at her, and the lightning bolt flies from his metal knuckles. I bet you're from Baltimore. Luna floats down, still on her broomstick. Another fireball, another wing. Let's go! Purple glow tool, psychic purple fire attack. Knight turns the tree sand into a Glassbray M82 and starts taking shots at her. Cade looks around, then tries to throw the hammer again. As their attacks land, everything stops. Each person finds themselves alone in the void before they hear a voice. The voice of someone they resent, they love, whoever hurt them the most. You disgust me, they say, repeating the victim's insecurities, yelling at them how stupid they are and how horrible they are. They feel like they're trapped in this hell for at least a half hour. Luna is in a dark room with only one light. No bed, no mirrors, no windows. Redacted looks over Luna with disgust. Hatred, reminding her of every single insecurity she has. The fact that she murdered innocent people. She is nothing but a tool, a worthless husk of a body only designed for destruction. She is the life of a Luna. Nothing more than a mini-boss. designed to stand in the way of heroes. Redacted's words force her to hyperventilate and stare at the full moon until everything clicks into place. Luna is locked down, and there's nothing she or Crystal can do about it. Dakota is so confused. He can see his mother standing in front of him, her long black hair almost blending into the void around them. She looks hurt, emotionally. She's yelling at him, but he can't understand why. "I can't believe you would do this to me," she cries, falling to her knees, hands clasped together in front of Dakota. "After your father left as well, how could you do this to me? You were all I had left." She starts to sputter off into different languages. She's crying now, her sadness turning more into anger. "You are a horrible son. I should have fed you to the wolves when I had gotten the chance." This isn't like her. She would never say these things to him, even if he had tried to kill her. "Mama, please." He stumbles to her, reaching his hand out. She turns away. "I'm glad you are gone. You pathetic excuse for a child. Don't you try to come back. Nobody else wants you here either." Well, she's right. He moved away, rarely visited, and didn't even have time to say goodbye. Nobody will want to see him. They don't accept him with open arms. They won't love him the same way as before. Mama, I'm sorry. It isn't my fault. It isn't." His words are cut off by more of his mother's insults and harsh words. "I don't want excuses." A different language again. She's clearly angry. Dakota covers his ears, tears welling in his eyes, his system heating up. He closes his eyes, but when he opens them, it's over. He blinks, looking around frantically at the yard, ears still covered. Cole stands in front of a mirror and sees it's damaged, bleeding. In pain, version of himself with crimson eyes staring back. "Cole, you should know by now that no one in that team likes you." His voice sounds like several people. Luna, Orpheus, Sparrow, and Spider. Cole sighs and glances away, trying to ignore it. It bangs against the mirror. Its fist is made of metal bones held together by wires. You are stronger alone, and you know it. Those idiots are weighing you down. Cole snaps to look at the mirror. "Maybe you're right, but you know what? Every hot air balloon needs its sandbags." It rolls its eyes as they click and weird. It's a good way to put that, though. "Oh, please. You're not a hot air balloon. Metaphors only get you so far, Cole." Cole sighs heavily as he looks away from the mirror. "Look, I know metaphors are useless, but these people have taught me love and compassion." It bangs against the mirror again, the mirror shaking. "Oh, please, you've hurt them more than you've loved them. Orpheus said it himself." Cole snaps to look at the mirror. "Maybe that's true. Maybe you're right. But darn it, I have a job to protect these people, and at the end of the day, if I leave them, they'll fall apart." It smiles. "Oh, how I know you would love to see them crumble and struggle. You love to watch things crumble and fall apart at the seams." Cole clenches his fist as he huffs and breathes heavily. "I do, but not when it's good people." It cracks in its face. "Getting mad, are we? Didn't one of those good people tell you that anger is the source of your problems?" Cole glares. He glares at it as he shifts his stance to be defense. "Anger is a tool, and it is a tool I can harness and use to protect the people around me." It smirks as it chuckles. "And how goes harnessing it?" Cole huffs as he stares it in the eye. "It's going fine." It laughs one last time before it fades into dust, leaving Cole to stare at his reflection. All night seizes a void before the voices of the kiss start to berate in. "Pathetic," says Cole. "Useless," says Luna. "Who?" says Harmonia. "Failure," says Eris. This repeats as the other members of the kiss and people he knows start to join in. Knight starts shooting his glass rifle in the general area of the voices, trying to make them go away and disappear. It only drowns them out for a moment, as the voices start to grow in volume and intensity. Then, the voices suddenly go quiet, as Knight runs out of ammo. "I should have just left you to die in disgrace," his father whispers to him. Then someone cackles. "No wonder Dad hated you," Cheshire says with a smile. "Look at you. You mutilated your body. You look like you enjoy kibbling bits. You can't even control your powers. You can't even control your powers. Seriously, you should have tried harder to replace... They should have tried harder to replace you with me. I mean, you are an unhelpful, helpless, useless, pathetic piece of crap beast. Best left forgotten in the pages of history, like the stupid joke you are." It ends with Knight sobbing his eyes out. Locke's hallucination is whack. Once it ends, she stays where she's standing and is quiet. Orpheus has an explosive incident. Night is just shooting randomly, while sobbing angrily, as this hallucination goes on. Luna is face down on the ground. When she eventually comes to, her eyes are glowing red. Quiet. Crystal is locked out. Cole's certainly breathing, while staring forward as his eyes glow pink. He's still hovering in place casually. Orpheus is splayed out on the ground, silently bawling his eyes out, missing his right arm and half of his skull. Thankfully, there's not much blood, or any gore at all. Wrath Demon moment. Also, he's on fire. When they all resurface, it's only been a few minutes. Catherine is gone, but there's one thing left behind. The word, killers, is spray painted on the roof. Locke glances at the roof, then looks around at everyone but stays in place. Her hair is back over her face again. She's dried off by now. Luna's eyes continue to glow red, and her breathing is calm. Crystal continues to break through to Luna, but nothing works. Night is sobbing, while clicking the trigger in his empty rifle. Cade just blinks for a moment. He doesn't seem to be crying or particularly upset in general, but his breathing is quick, and he seems to be sweating and physically hot in general. He huffs, looking away for a moment before ruffling his hair. His tail does a fast-paced wag behind him. He walks up to Orpheus and takes up a hose to douse him. Orpheus is extinguished. He's breathing. Just sucks at doing so without his face. Cade looks around, lowering down to Orpheus' side as he summons another sigil under his hand, grabbing a jar of refrigerated blood and pouring it on Orpheus. Orpheus' clothes are now soaked in blood. All of his wounds heal, and his damage regrows. He gets down to his knees, hands covering his mouth, crying. And not a second later, he vomits. He's not too much, but there's a lot of blood in there. Cade gives him a light hug, keeping him a bit close. It's alright, take your time. Orpheus pushes Cade away from him, getting up and running to the house. Cade watches. Locke watches. Crystal continues, trying to break through. It's almost as there's a massive wall blocking the way to Luna's psyche. Just need a sledgehammer to it. But no matter how much Crystal fights, it's never ending. The wall begins to crumble. Cole slowly lowers to the ground and stares into the forest, his bone wings limply resting his sides. Night is now sobbing on the ground, pathetic. Luna looks to be in pain, holding her head and grunting, her claws digging in. Locke suddenly briskly walks into the house. She walks back out with a handful of tissues. She ignores what anyone is actually doing and sets a few tissues in front of each person. Dang, that was an intense one. Holy crap. Catherine is a problem. Dang, dramatic visions. How close are we to Poker Face? Oh, we're really close. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5, and then we're on Poker Face, which is one I'm wanting to do. Doing traumatic blog. There's not any trigger warnings though, so it should be alright. Yeah, the Garfield ARG is crazy. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. They all had. That was awful for all of them. You see, the demon that's corrupting their world really wants to hurt the Kiss and kill the Kiss, because Kiss is the main people standing against the demon, which is Abaddon, and trying to keep the world from ending. But the thing is, the world was supposed to end. This is a natural occurrence, so should the Kiss actually be fighting against nature, or is it just time for the universe to end? It's like the same problem from Outer Wilds. You're trying to save the universe, but the thing is, the universe is supposed to end, and you decide to reboot it and let it end and actually finish rebooting instead of trying to save it, because that's just nature. Makes you wonder what's going to happen when the world reach, doesn't it? Alright, let's read the blog. Diary of an Archivist Catgirl, Luna's blog. Woo! A blog series showcasing the trials and tribulations of Luna, a purple cat demon living in an apocalyptic world, and her mental assistant, Crystal. Join her as she documents her POV from events within the world reached, and learns a lot more about herself, her past, and her origin. Dramatic Vision, January 2nd. We're on the next day. Adventure log, December 31st. She's talking about December 31st first. Luna is in a dark room with only one light. No bed, no mirrors, no windows. We've already read that part. Okay, that's where Crystal got locked out of Luna, and we'll continue down here. Crystal is locked out of Luna's cockpit, and the way in is blocked by a massive force field, much like the kind she puts up to block hypnosis attacks. Crystal attempts to enter by putting her password in and dispelling the magic, but it's locked tight. They have an idea to break through by creating a crystal sledgehammer and strike at the wall, but no matter how much Crystal fights, it's never ending. But she fights on. This is her role in life. Protect Luna from Solitaire. Solaire, not Solitaire. From Solaire, and all those wishing to harm her and her friends. Luna does everything she can to reinforce her walls and stop Crystal from entering, but the walls slowly begin to crumble. She looks to be in pain, holding her head and grunting, her claws digging in. Then they disappear. Luna appears in the backyard, screaming in pain. Her voice is a lot more robotic than usual. Jane Crystals, Solaire, what are you doing? Saving my best friend, Crystal exclaims, as more of the walls crumble. You cannot! Her voice becomes extremely broken and almost glitchy. Luna panics, forcing herself to hyperventilate, then looking at the moon in order to reinforce her walls, but the clouds block the moon from her vision. Crystal finally makes a hole big enough to enter. Inside, the real Luna is curled up on the floor, bloodied up and limp. The imposter disappears as it sees Crystal enter Luna's psyche. Crystal kneels down and says her secret phrase, a key to unlock Luna's mind and free her from the pain and suffering redacted inflicted on her. Eventually, Luna's eyes are no longer glowing red, purple now. Crystal will protect her love for the rest of the night. Crystal is happy. Her fiancé is protected. But whoever forced this on her, that Catherine person, they will be the one challenging enemy to defeat. There'll be one challenged enemy to defeat. Yeah, they're gonna be crazy, I got a feeling. Got a feeling. I feel like I'm wearing like a face mask for like COVID right now. Alright, the crown of which grows and dies. We're continuing with the Naomi stuff. Remember, they went to that realm with the spiders and the gems? When Violet started growing all those crystals on her? This is the continuation of that. Was that really a month ago? Good grief, time has flown with all the crazy stuff going on. I mean, you could sleep in a little bit. We only got 4 more entries, if you can make it that long. Or you can just watch it later. I'll have the replay up, so. Alright, this is a cool one, though. You definitely want to hear this one. The Logs of the Flower Maiden, the crown of which grows and dies. This is on the 2nd. Violet wakes up and turns on the running TV over the night. Grass is in the shower. Grass sits down on the couch with the crystal powder, thinking out loud. What if I ate it? That does not seem healthy. Touching it does nothing. Grass comes out of the bathroom, wrapped in a towel. What time are Lima and Blaley arriving? I'm unsure. Do you think I have time to go and grab what I saw? A grab and go? Go ahead. I'll hang back just in case I show up. Alright, thank you, Grass. Violet closes her eyes and tries to imagine Lavender Tower 4, pretending she... Oh my gosh, why's this falling off? Pretending she's walking right in, the lobby, the apartments, and lastly the storage closet, focusing on that. Violet is suddenly in the tower lobby. The time and date are uncertain. Jen walks by Violet, hurrying to the elevators. She hasn't mastered the time sync. Crap, when is this? Violet mutters as she rushes to the elevator as well. Hold it, please. Jen stops, holding the elevator. Where to? Apartments, please? Color? Lavender. She gives Violet an odd look. You new here? I've never seen you among the purples. Yeah, I'm new here. First day. She giggles. Jen seems suspicious of Violet. Why do you seem so familiar? Maybe I have a recognizable face? I'm unsure. She hates lying, wanting to say everything to Jen, but knowing, for the best, it's good to keep her mouth shut. Huh. She remains quiet until the elevator stops on the Lavender lodging floor. See you around, then. See you around. Violet quickly walks off the elevator as she looks for a storage closet, or perhaps her own apartment. She sees many Lavenders exiting and entering rooms. Seems this is a busy time of day, as she notes that there are storage closets between each 6 rooms, labeled as such. Violet searches all of them, looking for the box. Someone places a hand upon Violet's shoulder on the 4th one. You lost? Violet turns around to see who it is. I'm not lost. I don't think I am. I'm just looking for a box. What kind of box? Asks Heather, head of production. Oh, I'm unsure. All I know is that it's in a storage closet and it's glowing. I was tasked on finding it. By whom? To be honest, I don't know. It came in a vision. A vision? What are you talking about? Does Asha know about this vision? I'm unsure. Say, what day and year is it? June 6th, 2022. You sure you're okay? Look, I had a vision of this box that was glowing while I was in the realm of Mara. I quantum jumped there, and now I'm back in time. I don't know if the box is still, but I need to find it. Huh. Well, that's not the weirdest thing to happen today. Let's split up and find this box. Thank you so much. Violet continues to look for the box. After several minutes, Violet hears, Hey, Lavender, I think I found the box. Violet runs over to Heather and looks. There's a glowing cardboard box on the floor in front of Heather. She seems afraid to approach it. Violet approaches it, looking inside. It's empty. It's empty? Violet grabs the cardboard box. Suddenly, she and Heather are shifted into the halls of Mara. This appears to be the room with the spiders, but there are no spiders this time. Simply dozens and dozens of crystalline roses. I'm not supposed to be here. Whoa. Wait, what do you mean? This is your vision. You're from a different time, right? You reacted funny when I said the year. Yeah, I see. Violet looks to the roses, counting and seeing how many there are, touching one after she counts. 32 roses. As soon as Violet touches one, the colors in the room vanish, including Violet's eye color and hair color. Heather freezes in place. Wait, what just happened? Violet hears a distant scream. It sounds like Heather, but she hasn't moved an inch. Violet looks to Heather. Heather? Heather? Cracks begin to form on her forehead. A rosebud emerges from it. What in the world? Violet wants to touch it, but holds back, not wanting to do any more damage. The bud opens, and suddenly Heather disappears and reappears on the other side of the room. She is now wearing a crown made of various flowers. The crown. But why does Heather have it? Violet walks up to Heather and tries to take the crown off of her head, trying to put it on her own, but it seems adhered and won't come off. Violet hears distant screaming again. Violet, unsure of what to do, just backs up to the other side of the room, starting to tear up. I'm sorry, I'm selfish, I just wanted to help. Take the crown. The words appear in Violet's mind. I can't, I tried, I don't want to hurt her. Violet looks to the crown, trying to find a weak spot of how to take it off. If you do not hurry, she will die. Violet hears another muffled scream. Violet tries yanking it off her head with all the force she can. It comes off, along with the top part of Heather's head. Violet has basically scalped her. Heather's form starts to distort and becomes blurry as she screams bloody murder and begins making choking noises. The scalp falls to the floor and shatters into crystalline pieces. Violet now holds the crown. Heather's form slowly vanishes from existence. Heather? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Voice, what do I do? Is she gonna die? The room around Violet blurs and distorts as the world around Violet clears again. Violet notices she's back in the living room. Grass is on the couch waiting. Hey, that was quick. She looks to Violet's hands. You got it! Violet is crying and breathing heavily as she rushes to the bathroom, locking the door as she looks to the crown, wanting to put it on. It's her destiny, right? But is it the right thing to do? Grass follows to the bathroom door. Hey, what's wrong? Violet? Violet thinks. Screw it, and puts it on. The sound of sword being drawn fills Violet's mind, followed by the sound of rain. It stops. Violet feels strong. Violet feels calm. Violet calms down as she unlocks and opens the door to the bathroom, some leftover tears streaming down her face. Check if Heather is alive. Message her or something. What? Violet, what happened? Violet hears Grass compliment how Violet looks in the crown. I went back in time. Heather found what I was looking for and grabbed it. Heather was near and we both got sucked into Mara's realm. 32. 32 roses were there. I touched one, and all color was lost. Heather was frozen and started to scream. She got the crown before I did. I don't know. She was going to die, and so I took the crown, and now I'm here. I'll give her a call? Thank you. Violet looks to the mirror, looking at the crown. It fits Violet perfectly, like a glove. Violet touches it curiously, waiting to hear back from Heather. It feels warm, like a spring morning, yet fresh like dew. Violet thinks, "Voice, you still there?" Violet takes a moment to study the crown. It is composed of a bunch of various spring flowers, with 32 raised edges that resemble the morning sun around the sides. It smells of lavender and honey. No one replies. Grass is still on hold, waiting for Heather to take her call. Hey Grass, do you know whose number is 32? Like how Blayley is 53? Is there like a database with stuff like that? Yeah, I think. I don't remember who was who though. You can ask Licorice when we get here. You can ask Licorice when they get here. Someone picks up on the other end. Hello, Grass. How have you been? Hey Heather, you doing alright? I can't complain, I suppose. Why? Heather sounds fine, but her voice lacks emotion. She sounds a bit tired, maybe? No reason, I just had a bad dream, and it's been a while since I've seen you. We should catch up soon. Yeah, we should. Well, I'm sorry to go so quickly, but there's an issue down in receiving. I'll get back to you about hanging out, okay? Okay. Grass is hanging up the phone. Well, at least she's alive, that's reassuring. There's a knock at the door. Violet walks to the door, opening it, as Blayley and Lima are standing there. Ah, Violet dear, you look stunning, with that gorgeous headpiece. Is it new? Blayley pushes past her, and lets herself in. She sits on the couch beside Grass. Yeah, you could say that. Violet turns to Blayley. Hey, Blayley, do you know whose number is 32? In the Mara family line? I think. Who is in the Mara family line, if not the Lavenders? 32 through 39 are reversed for the inverse side, the children of Saul. Why? Do you know who 32 is? Saules Mieta, the firstborn. 32 through 39 are all dead. All that remains of them are their relics. Wait, is that what the crown is? You found it? Yeah, that's what this is, the crown of which grows and dies. Where did you get it? In a box in the back of a storage closet in Lavender Tower 4. That took me to Mars Realm, where I found it. Lima walks past her and stands near Blayley. What is all this about? The crown is supposed to help defeating Raga. What? I guess it does something then? Would you like a demonstration, Lima? Demonstration? How so? Blayley walks to the front door. Follow me. Violet follows. Lima and Grass follow as well. Once outside, Blayley asks Violet to envision any weapon. Alright. Violet envisions a one-sided axe. The crown makes a sound of metal beam being bent. Vines stem down from the crown and wrap around Violet's arm. When it unwraps, Violet is now holding that same axe. Now envision fighting me with it. And winning. Blayley's arms split into blade-like divisions. She rushes Violet. Violet does just that, envisioning her fight and winning the fight against Blayley with her new axe. Violet quickly dodges the strike and slams the back of Blayley's knee with the blunt side of her blade. She falls, and Violet quickly repositions and holds the blade to Blayley's face. Good job. Now try this. Cup your hands together and envision any animal between them. The axe wilts, crumbling and distorting into a bramble, as Violet's thoughts shift away from it. Violet cups her hands, envisioning a squirrel, thinking nothing bigger than that could fit in her hands. A vine comes from the crown and nestles between Violet's hands. Violet feels something fuzzy beginning to form between them. Violet opens her hands to reveal a small red squirrel. His ears and tail are super bushy. Be careful what you wish for, she says as the squirrel jumps from Violet's hands and scurries away. Lima and Blayley, after some training in instances and crown training, went back to the hotel. Grass and Violet back inside their home. That's what the crown looks like right there. It's got like the flowers around it and then it kind of raises up like the morning sun. It's a cool crown. Alright, now we are on Morpheus and Mephisto. Mephisto is like a demon. Like, it's the devil in some mythoses. Alright, we got the Orpheus and Mephisto. Mephisto's fan fiction. We got 2 Tumblr blogs, a regular blog, and then we're on Poker Face. 3 blogs, and we're on Poker Face, guys. Mr. Wobbles. Yeah, it's getting pretty good. Muff. Just Muff. Mephisto. Mephisto! Alright. Well, this is longer than I thought it'd be. It's not that long. Alright, this is January 2nd. Docorpheus. Let's do a little test run. I am honestly so shocked that this website still exists. I guess it isn't that strange, but like, you know. Last time I was on Tumblr, Doctor Who was good. Ha! Anonymous asks, hey there. Makes you explode. Docorpheus. Oh, great, it does work. Honestly, I'm not sure what I expected. Hashtag explodes you harder. The Flower Maiden asks, who might you be? Docorpheus. Orpheus. If my name isn't familiar, you'll get to know me soon. If it is, hopefully, like you. Haha. Trakadecimal asked, that's good Junko Enoshima just proposed to me. Please go get mental help. I don't think I want those rehabilitated demons to interact with you, with the likes of you. Hashtag jokes aside, proud of you. Tumblr user Trekadecimal. Wait, Tredadecadecimal. Anonymous asked, I hope the rehabilitation demons have been eating their veggies and getting big and strong. Docorpheus. One of them was given a body, and the first thing they did was explode a Pop-Tart in a microwave and down a can of Monster. So I think I can firmly say so. So far they haven't been. Hashtag neither have I, so... Trekadecimal. I'm just going to say Trekadecimal, it's easier to say. They're not going to be rehabilitated for long once I get my hands on them. Docorpheus. See, this is why I don't like the likes of you interacting with them. Hashtag don't make me grab the spray bottle. Tumblr user Trekadecimal. Anonymous asked, what if I made the demons worse? Docorpheus. Honestly don't know what's wrong with them. All I know is that they were locked away for reasons. Hashtag you will probably hashtag have fun. Anonymous asked, would you let the dog in? Docorpheus. I have. Multiple times. Hashtag Cade tracks in so much mud. Help. Notes. Mephisto and Feliz. What if there's hair? What if the hair was braided? Orpheus. It's a joke about my boyfriend. Mephisto and Feliz. Would your boyfriend, hubby, let a dog in the house? Docorpheus. Sure. Let's say Meph. Meph, what if its hairs was braided? Orpheus. Are you trying to riddle me? Meph. What if Luna braided it? Orpheus. Good for Luna? What if I had a gun? Who are you? What if the gun had a love note in it? Why are you like this? I need to know for the fanfiction. What the? The fanfiction, duh. I need to hustle a fanfiction before the others get to it. I'm going to take note from the first anonymous asker and explode you. I explode. Oh, what a world. I exclaim in my final breaths. Oh my god. Go back to Roblox high school year roleplay. I'll have you know, I played in all 8 available teams in Roblox High School. Registered speechless. Anonymous asked, so what is happening? Docorpheus. In what regard? Currently, I am being riddled, so... Anonymous asked, all of the above. Orpheus says, dude, I'm so disoriented from the Mephisto guy. Give me a hot minute, and I'll make someone explanation post in a hot minute. What is going on? Like, seriously? Cole Jennison asked, Cole has requested that I say, and I quote, you rimble dimble scrimble scraggle, mother. Okay, Jennison. Notes, Cole Jennison. Do you even know what that says? What about you? Would you? Cole, huh? Meph. Would you let the dog in the house? Cole. My boss is technically a dog, so yes. Meph. What if your boss sent you a love letter with a gun attached, like a stapler? Cole. I would be scared? How did he get a gun to... Wait. How did he attach a gun to paper with a stapler? Meph. With super glue, duh. Cole. What? Meph. Anywho, if you got a text from your boss, hubby, would you blush? Okay. Orpheus. Okay, what is going on? Glad you asked, anonymous Tumblr user. I'm Orpheus. There's another mod who we'll get to talk with later when I figure out how to set him up. This is an Ask blog. I'm going to hook up a thingamajig and hope it works. From then on, you'll get periods of time where you interact with a specific guy-gal who's stuck in one of those radios. Figure out what's wrong with them. Fix their amnesiac butts. I'm mostly here to regulate and make sure things don't break. Uriel here will make sure that I don't suck at regulating. Well, I'll only really step in when needed. That won't be for another couple days, though. Was that guy... Wait, what the heck was that dog guy on about? I'm still in shock. Would you let it in the house if it was smiling? Notes. Yes, I would. What if it had a ribbon and a love letter from your buddy? Like a pigeon? More like a horse. Anonymous asked, thank you for accepting my second Christmas gift. It's a dog with a love letter from me, your hubby. Orpheus, oh my gosh. If this is actually Cade, I will beat you up IRL. Anonymous asked, have a Mentos breakdown over the tomfoolery that is occurring. Orpheus, this isn't MSPFA. Anonymous asked, can we romance any of them? Please, 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 please. Orpheus, first of all, take a cold shower and a nice long walk into the Mississippi River. Second off, I literally can't tell what that is, so go off, I guess. Wow. Anonymous asked, I can't wait to have a new man-wife. Who's the other mod you're working with? Orpheus, Uriel. Hashtag you're going to be a concerning one. Olive in a Shell asked, I made this for you. Please don't leave, you're my true love, and I can't stand seeing you go. I would let those dogs in any day. Well. Now we got Mephisto's fanfiction. Alright. Yeah, the Doctor Who cameos. Yeah, there's some fanfiction, Flockcat. It's time. Decorpheus, is this working? Hello? Hashtag Uriel. Anonymous asked, Uriel, what's your type? I can cook, I can clean, I can handle twinks in a timely manner. Please get back to me soon. What? What does that mean? None of those words are even in the Bible. Hashtag Uriel. Anonymous asked, I can inform you if you'd like. Dicomorpheus, what? Anonymous, you, of what a twink is. I know what a twink is. Uriel, I would like to know your full name. Such information can be used. Dicomorpheus, Uriel is my full name. Why? Hashtag Uriel. Notes. Mephisto and Felice for the fanfiction. What do you look like? Dicomorpheus, that's a bit personal. Meph, all I need to know is that if you are a hunky one in a relationship. Dicomorpheus, you would say that? Meph, are you doing anything interesting? Anything noteworthy? Orpheus, talking to you is probably the only interesting thing I've done today, which is unfortunate and depressing. Meph, you sit around all day. Good heavens, it's no wonder you're a Tumblr. Ha. Anonymous asked, oh, okay. What men do you find attractive? Orpheus, go to church, please. Hashtag Uriel. Cole Jensen asked, my boss ran into the room and said, I knocked the guy in the balls so hard. Morpheus, tell him if we ever rematch, the burning of Rome will look like a pleasant time. Wow, okay. Anonymous asked, give me your shipping list. Morpheus, and exposed how invested I was in Homestuck fandom growing up? No, y'all gotta work for them. Buy me dinner first. Hashtag I knew way too many people who are interested in a Menuda X Cronus. Hashtag why didn't someone save me? I would have been drastically changed my life. Anonymous asked, who do you main in Genshin Impact? Tell us, the audience. Orpheus, what is Genshin Impact? Hashtag no, I'm being serious, I don't know. Notes. Meph, only the best game in the world. Orpheus, that's high praise. Meph, I prefer to call it worship. Orpheus, I'm glad to know that you enjoyed that much, Meph. Meph, what do you enjoy? Orpheus, in what way? Meph, what entertains you? Orpheus, I don't know, I like Fallout. Meph, oh, you don't taste. I was not aware. Orpheus, I like Persona 2, specifically the third game. Sorry, dude, I just don't know what Genshin Impact is. I didn't experience the years late 2019 to early 2021. Meph, you wound me. Orpheus, I'll start crying, dude. Meph, do not cry. I had a friend who didn't taste the video games. She thought they were all fun. She even enjoyed Modern Warfare. Orpheus, I'll start licking all of my games just for you, Meph. Meph, tell me how they taste. Until then, how have you not done anything interesting today yet? Orpheus, I started responding to asks. Meph, what happened then? Orpheus, nothing yet? Meph, you were lying. You spoke to me. Orpheus, That's still responding to asks and stuff. Meth. When you said that you are hunky, do you mean like hunky or hunky? Orpheus. Is this an ask for Uriel? Because I'm not that hunky. I'm actually pretty, like, husky now. Hashtag still strong. Meth. Does Uriel have hair or fur? Orpheus. Orpheus has informed me of internet safety. I don't detail myself too much, but I do have hair. I take good care of it. Uriel. Hashtag his hair is soft. I got to touch it. Notes. Meth. This is information that we used for the fanfiction. Thank you. Anonymous asked, how do you feel about the fanfiction that may detail you and Orpheus's gay male relationship and a dog being allowed into your home? Orpheus. Excuse me? User Meth. Please know I have a boyfriend named Cade. Notes. Meth. I did not ask this, but I will take the credit. Orpheus. You can have all the credit in the world, Meth. This is Orpheus, by the way. Meth. Also, what is Orpheus and Uriel's favorite candy bar? Orpheus. Can you make this an ask so I can make Uriel answer it? Meth. Yes. Meth. What is Orpheus and Uriel's favorite candy bar? Orpheus. I've not tried many kinds. I do love those Easter Bunny ones, though. The hollow ones? Someone made them for me once. Hashtag Uriel. I hope he's being ironic, because those things are awful. I like Crunch Bars, though. Meth. Would you let a dog in if it had your favorite candy bar? Orpheus. Is it one of those giant Crunch Bars, like the ones rich people get out at Halloween? Meth. It's one of those Crunch Bars you get from a gift basket from your neighbors after renting a winter cabin in the woods. Orpheus. I absolutely let the dog in, Meth. No hesitation. Meth. Orpheus and Cade are in their humble abode on a cold winter's night. The cabin they rented came with an extra bedroom. The kitchen includes a spacious island where Orpheus set the baskets of candies. The neighbors gave us a welcome basket for our first day out here, Orpheus says to Cade. Cade is on the sofa watching his favorite hockey game. Cade says, this is very nice of them. Orpheus says, maybe we should eat some candy, you know, since they went through all this trouble to make a basket. Cade says, bring it over here. Orpheus grabs the basket and brings it to Cade. Orpheus opens the basket and reaches for a Crunch Bar, but Orpheus reaches for the same one at the same time. Their hands touch. They both recoil in embarrassment. They both blush. Cade says, you can have that one. I have a different one. Cade reaches for a Mars bar. Orpheus reaches for the Mars bar also. Their hands meet again. Neither of them recoil. Cade says, did you hear me? I said you could have the other one. Orpheus says, oh, I heard you. Cade says, then what candy bar do you want? Orpheus says, I want yours. Oh my, steamy. Suddenly Uriel walks down the stairs. He has a partially unbuttoned shirt and soft hair. Uriel says, I smell sweets. Orpheus stands up and blushes. Orpheus says, the neighbors got them for us. I was about to wake you up and ask if you wanted any. Uriel walks up to Orpheus and towers over him. Uriel says, I could use a bite. Orpheus's eyes are locked on Uriel's hair. He fights the urge to reach up and touch it. Orpheus takes a chocolate bunny from the candy basket and holds it out to Uriel. Uriel smirks and takes it from Orpheus. Uriel says, thanks, buddy. Uriel takes a bite of the chocolate bunny. Orpheus runs a hand through Uriel's soft hair. Uriel raises an eyebrow at Orpheus and smirks. Uriel says, took that long to do it? Orpheus pulls his hand away in embarrassment. Orpheus says, oh, it just looks so soft. The doorbell rings and everyone looks at the door. Orpheus says, I'll get it. Orpheus walks to the door and opens it. Sitting outside is a stray dog with a red ribbon around its neck. Cade says, hey, that's a stray dog, just like me. Uriel says, oh, look, a stray dog, just like Cade. Orpheus says, strange. It's a stray dog, just like Cade. There's a note. Orpheus takes a letter off of the dog's ribbon. Cade and Uriel stand around Orpheus so he can read the letter too. Orpheus opens the letter. Orpheus says, it says I love you. I want to confess my love to you. I want to be with you forever. Signed, Heart. All of them look at each other. Cade says, who's Heart? Orpheus says, who are they confessing their love to? Uriel says, do we let the dog in? The dog says, bark. Will they let the dog in? Find out next time. That's the fanfic. That's funny. Alright, the Rise of Hanada blog, and then we're on freaking Poker Face. Alright, this is another Luna, Diary of an Archival Cat Girl. The Rise of Hanata. Adventure log, December 18th of 2022. Inside of the Meridian Walmart, something has changed. Seems to be a lot happier inside there, despite the rarity of visitors to it. Violet flies down near the Walmart for any sign of a party, looking around. As Violet looks around, she sees the ruins of a huge block party. Many booths are still up, but are mostly trashed and scavenged for resources. It's a mess. That being said, signs of the advertising for Solaire promoted Winter's Solaire Solstice Rave still exist and are intact. Violet grabs one of the advertisements and reads it. It reads, "Celebrate Solaire's takeover by Lady Hinata. A wild multiverse party in a ruined world. A new dawn is coming." There's also various yellow dogs printed on the paper. Violet takes note as she looks around for anything else. If not, she heads to the Walmart. As Violet turns to the Walmart, she sees more of the same advertisements leading to the front door, almost like a breadcrumb trail. Perhaps Violet should follow it inside? Violet walks inside, following the metaphorical breadcrumbs. The inside of the Walmart looks like it usually does. Clothes on one section, groceries on the far wing, with various housewares and whatnot. Doesn't seem to be too interesting. That is, until she notices a bunch of arrows on the ground, leading somewhere. She eyebrows the arrows, following the next path of breadcrumbs. What in the world? As Violet follows the arrows to the other side of the massive Walmart, something changes inside the atmosphere. The usually dull and drab store becomes a lot brighter, happier. The vibes be good. More and more Solaire merch can be found on the shelves. Shirts featuring various logos, drinkware. Heck, even some of their food products are all found here. But man, this road is long. Eventually, Violet reaches a point where the arrows stop. A bright and happy yellow room, somehow still inside the Walmart that looks like a toy store. Violet looks around the seemingly toy room, looking at the toys of what they sell. Why toys of all things? There's only one kind of toy here, yellow dog plushies. All of them have a white dog collar and a tag. Violet reads the tag to see if anything's on it. Each tag is similar, yet different. All of them say Hinata for you, with a different number. For example, one says Hinata for you 1234, another one, Hinata for you 2096, and so on. Violet has a feeling she's being watched. Violet looks around, trying to find the source of the watchful eyes. Hello? There's no one there. Violet is the only person in the room. The feeling persists, however. There is a door on the far side of this room. Violet walks over to the door, opening it. As she walks over, she feels hundreds of eyes watching her every step. It's unnerving. One of the plushies fall over as Violet reaches the door. It is locked. Violet looks quickly over the plush, examining around it and the shelf, the paranoia growing. The plushie is soft, definitely high quality. On the paw, there's a little red heart on it that says, "Press me to hear me talk." Violet presses the heart. A very soft and gentle voice speaks out of it, saying, "Please take me home with you." Something about the voice, despite the sweetness, feels unnerving. Why? Violet giggles in nervousness of the situation, thinking they will respond as she picks up the plushie, walking back to the door. As she tries to bust it down with vines. On launching, vines at the door. 3 more plushies fall from the perch, without her pressing the paw again. The plushie simply says, "Save us, Violet," in the same sweet voice. The room she busted open appears to be empty inside, aside from a note on the floor. Violet walks in the room as she picks up the note, shaking a bit in fear. She reads the note. The note appears to be hastily written on scrap paper, but from what Violet can read, it says, "They were right. Playing the many gods above was a mistake. If I survive, I will rectify my mistakes. For my people, for all those I have wronged, for..." And it cuts off. Seems it was torn off. Violet looks back to the plushie outside the room, stepping back into the toy room, taking the note with her. Save you? What do you mean? Violet looks to see if she can find any unique plushies, or if they are all the same, looking for 0001. The plushie is completely silent. What isn't silent, and actually rather loud, is the room. Something's changed, or rather, the lonely nature of it has. Remember how only 1 plush fell at first, then 3? Now the room had hundreds of them on the floor, all of them saying the same thing in a loud, united voice. "Please bring me home with you, please bring me home with you." Light whispers can also be heard, but they don't seem to be coming from the plushies. Violet closes her ears with her hands to try to lock out and block the noise, but just enough to hear the whispers, as she tries to find where the whispers are coming from. The whispers are all around her, surrounding Violet like a warm blanket. As for looking for a unique plushie, that'd be extremely difficult because all the plushies on the shelves are on the floor, all saying the same thing in a loud, booming yet sweet voice. Perhaps Violet should look for the exit. Violet searches for an exit, looking for a way to stop the endless noise. The exit's right in front of her. Doesn't seem like the sound is going to stop anytime soon. Perhaps a design flaw. Turns out this toy store is a KB toys. Is KB toys sized. Very, very small. Violet quickly walks out of the toy section until she is out of noise range, curious but scared that the whispers will follow. What in the gods was that? The whispers do not follow. As Violet walks out of the room and back towards the main Walmart, all the Solaire merch and paraphernalia aren't found either. In fact, the toy store is no longer in sight. Gone. Disappeared. It's a Walmart once more. Just as clean and fully stocked as it usually is. Boring. Drab. Violet looks curiously back at where it was. Violet curiously looks back at where it was as she DMs Toby, walking around the Walmart while doing so. It's normal. Even the arrows on the floor are gone. Violet heads outside the Walmart, sitting down on the side of the building as she collects herself, as she looks back at the collected note, trying to figure it out. Many gods above. Who are you, I wonder? Man, why is freaking Violet always had the most interesting adventures? Well, not the most, but like super interesting adventures. We're on Poker Face. I'm gonna read the comments real quick, but we're on Poker Face now. Poker Voice, and Mr. Warbles. Starting with Poker Face. It's gonna be a long one. Bet Poker Face playing in the background. Alright, give me just a second. I'm gonna keep this up, but I'm gonna open up a new YouTube tab, and I'm gonna get like a instrumental for Poker Face. I had that playing in the background while I'm doing this. Let's see, let's go. Poker Face. Instrumental. Remake. Let's do remake. That'll probably work best. Alright. So we're going to have this playing in the background for a little while. I'm not going to loop it, but I'm going to at least have it play. There we go. January 6th of 2023. There's a rapid knocking at the front door. Luna wakes up and sighs. Either this is Nyx, Flummox, or Vivian. She goes to the open door. Wait, she goes to the open door for Flummox, because Flummox is amazing. The other two are bitches. It's Flummox. He takes a wide step into the room and waves his hand wildly with a big crooked smile. Luna copies the wild, wacky waving. Hey, Flummox, how's it going? It's going scrumbunctiously. Thought I'd pop by and see if there was anything new going on. Flummox goes to sit on the sofa. Luna closes the door. It's too cold outside. Kate enters the living room and proceeds to flop over on the ground. It's been a day. We had some issues arise with Isaac earlier, considering his mother being a conduit to Vulgar and WAC work, Luna says somberly. Flummox tilts his head down and stares at Cade. Well, looky here. Is that a clown? Cade asks. Luna shrugs and proceeds to hop to the top bunk. They work at a circus, if that helps. Close enough, personally. Melody walks in and waves at Flummox. Hi, nice to see you. Flummox looks over at Melody and raises his eyebrows. Man, I know a good pickup line you could use. Melody blinks. What is it? Are you a car? No. 'Cause I'm a deer in the headlights of love. I meant love. Flummox says nervously. Melody chuckles. I'll have to use that on my boyfriend and girlfriend. Just don't say the death part, and you'll do great, Flummox says. Yeah, I don't plan on it, she chuckles. I'm Melody, what's your name? She extends her hand. They call me a Flummox. He takes her hand and shakes it violently. Flummox is a friend. He wants us to show him what being risen is like. He's good people, Luna explains. Melody laughs. Oh, cool. What's being risen? She asks with a smile. Actually, an extremely good question, Luna scratches her head. I took it to mean human at one point, but I'm really not sure. I think it's Kyle's case. He's always, distracts differently than other non-ferals. He's always got information on things like the Moors or the Vulgar types. He's perhaps a bit more special. Risen is a risen up to bat. Next to the challenge ahead, Flummox lets go and puts his fists on his hips with a smile. Luna is stunned. This entire time, it was a baseball metaphor. My goodness, I love baseball, Flummox smiles as he stares off into nothing. Of course you do. The sound of cheering fans, the smell of hot dogs and cotton candy. Luna gets a little scared. Melody nods slowly. She doesn't get it. Gotta love the Mets, Kate jokes. Freaking baseball again, like the website. It's always freaking baseball. You met a what? Flummox asks, confused. Nothing. Flummox stretches. Anything on the agenda right now? Melody shrugs. Don't think so? Anything you want to do? Luna nods. Yeah, we're all ears, Flummox, if you have something you want to do. I don't know, man. I mean, we have an angry crocodile in the bathroom right now, but who the hell wants to bring that bitch over? She shrugs, trying to get some help with that. Aside from that, Risen usually just wait for problems to occur, which is when they spring into action and attempt to solve. What if we got Just Dance and started playing it? Kay suggests. Oh my god, can we please? I want to play Just Dance. Melody cheers. I do have it on Nintendo Switch, if that helps, Luna adds. I'm a master at dancing, Flummox shouts. Luna summons the Switch Harmonia gave her last year for Christmas. Then she hooks up to the TV and turns it on. Locke quietly sneaks around the room. A fully customized and hacked version of Just Dance comes on with every song imaginable, and online mode appears on the screen. Let's keep it going. Where was that? Okay. That works. That works, Melody says excitedly. Luna, do you want to play too? Nah, you guys go first. I'm a little sore after the psychic hold earlier. She smiles and watches. Melody looks to Flummox. You ready to dance? You bet your granny's sweet... What? Bet your granny's sweet number gamblies I am, Flummox says. Note to self. Number nagamblies means butt. Luna chuckles lightheartedly. Melody turns on Baby Shark. Are you ready to lose? She asks Flummox. Why freaking Baby Shark? Flummox juggles in his idle animation. Melody's killing it. Flummox doesn't care if there are too many people, or even if he's getting sensed by the game to get a score at all. He's just doing the dance and adding his own pizzazz to it as well. It's just constant jingling sounds. Luna's jamming from the couch. To Baby Shark. Kate is suffering in silence from Baby Shark, but otherwise watches them go at it. Luna isn't even listening to Baby Shark, but instead to her own usual battle playlist. But she still nods, along to the song on the screen. After Melody and Flummox finish the song, there's a new song on the list that wasn't there before. Oh, can I go next? Luna asks. Flummox isn't even taking turns or standing in front of the TV. He's just going at it in the corner. Yeah, sure. There's a new song, I think. Want to try that? Melody notices, much to Luna's surprise. Huh? How's her new song? I thought I unlocked everything. Luna scrolls through and yep, sure enough, there is. Ah, sure. I could use a challenge, she says after 5-starring everything on all difficulties. It's Poker Face. Huh? Poker Face? Game on. Roxy starts to walk through the living room from the kitchen, but stops when she hears that. What? She looks at Flummox mostly, having not seen him before, but doesn't really care enough to ask because she's heard him from the attic. Melody smiles while Luna takes a deep breath and presses start. It's just a normal Just Dance level Poker Face. Nightcore version is better, honestly. Roxy vanishes and reappears shortly with a bottle of cotton candy Fuego before sitting on the couch. I agree, Luna says Luna agrees, knowing exactly which version Roxy is referring to. Goes so hard. It does. She's freaking killing it. As the song says, Russian roulette. It's not the same without a gun. Flummox draws a pistol and shoots Luna in the shoulder from behind with a smile while dancing. Luna takes the hit and starts shuffling away, still to the rhythm and song. What? Roxy sighs. Yeah. Melody screams in fear because she wasn't expecting that. Luna, are you okay? No, I'm shot. She glares and moves to tackle Flummox on the bed, or on the beat. Cade blinks. The lights flicker some as Flummox quickly avoids Luna with a smooth. Where's my mind going right now? With a smooth cartwheel and a giggle. Luna is completely on rhythm with Poker Face. This is her environment. She continues chasing down Flummox and summons her sword to the music. Having one working shoulder makes it difficult to swing her sword, however. Roxy fidgets with her necklace, as she carefully watches Flummox sitting forwards. Locke runs in from the hall with her ears up. Flummox seems to have dumped every skill point in dodging. Melody runs to the kitchen to try and grab the pan she used to knock Isaac out earlier. Kate is just watching because he got mental whiplash. Melody runs back in and tries to hit Flummox with a gun. Luna swaps in her battle playlist and focuses her energy on Flummox. Her shoulder is in a lot of pain, but she fights through it and continues to chase, swapping her sword for a knife. The lights are cut off and the TV light screen glows green. Parts of Flummox's outfit glows in the dark as he bends backward as an impossible angle. Keep it going. Possible angle to avoid the hit from the pan. Lux snarls as he grabs... Yeah, it is playing on this, but I mean... Lux snarls as he grabs her hatchet and runs to Flummox as well. But like the cheat he is, he dodges. Flummox is cocky enough to engage in banter as they all fight. Oh, I see. Someone's grown a little, huh? Roxy is analyzing the scene. Melody tries to attack opposite Locke, so dodging Locke would cause Flummox to get hit by Melody. Knight walks in. What? I leave for a day and it all goes to crap? He just walks to the couch, grabs his bag, and returns outside. Kate is in complete dark, watching everything happen. Luna has her eyes closed and is solely focusing on the sounds. Cade, heads up. Roxy throws her phone at him. Ack! He catches the phone. It's open to Chapter 2 entry, Poker Face. Read, Roxy demands. Flummox dodges Locke's hit, just as the pan is to hit his face. He opens his jaws as long crooked teeth jut out over the pan and latch on. The music continues to play, but it seems different now. Man, this keeps going. Melody screams, letting go. What's going on? Kane can't read and watches the festivities as he's typing, panically. I can try to... He reads, help if you want. He continues reading. And now things are heating up. Wait, this cover goes so hard. What in the world? Roxy gets up and bats the nail. Wait, is it actually playing that cover? Let me see. It might be. Okay, it's probably really loud though. Yeah, it's like super loud. I'll let it play for a second, then I'll mute it because that's way too loud. This song does hit though. Hey, Grady Monster, good to see you. Been a while. I'm just reading the page. It kind of is like horror ASMR. This freaking hits, for real. Alright, it's just like super loud to me. Yeah, Poker Face Metal is awesome. I've heard that. Actually, the male singer metal version is good too. Alright, what was that? And now things are heating up. Let's cover good. Okay, that's it. Locke pulls Melody's arm to get her. Whew, we have to take it out. That's way too loud. Locke pulls Melody's arm to get her out of the way, as Flummox claws where Melody was with a flash of gold. He still has his jaws around the pan, as the pan is starting to fold from the force. There's a strong feeling of good luck. Luna swaps her knife for the pink ichor claymore and continues to try and slash at him. The bat, Roxy runs over to Flummox and attempts to swing the bat to the side. Melody is pulled to the side. Holy crap, thanks! Luna's blade shatters on impact, and Jack uses one hand to grab the bat, his golden claws digging into the wound. His eyes glow a light green slightly. Locke is staying quiet. I've broken 2 ichor swords. Luna goes completely silent. Melody summons her bow from her hand and tries to shoot Flummox in the thigh. Roxy lets out a long exhale. I've had this bat for over 3 years. I'm not letting some idiot juggalo break it. She tries putting the bat back, though attempting to make the nails dig into his hands. Luna just stays on the floor. The pain in her shoulder coupled with the precious sword just getting destroyed is too much. Flummox sinks on the bat to pull Roxy closer as his jaws let go of the hand. Cade winces as he watches everything happen to Luna before summoning his hammer to grasp in a burst of smoke. He tries to wax Flummox like a mole. Roxy laughs as he's pulled closer. What's up? Her hands are still wrapped around the bat. She stares as Flummox inches away from his snout, wide-eyed and grinning maniacally. The arrow hits Flummox's thigh. Flummox lets go of the bat and flips out of reach, putting Roxy where Cade swings the hammer. Roxy has flattened. Once again. I gotta put this back on. Alright, put that back on now. Well, I'll continue. Alright, let's see. Crap, I lost my earbuds. Give me a second.
Get another drink here. Folks kind of drown up. Been reading for a while though. Reading for almost 3 hours. Alright. Where are we? Roxy laughed as she pulled closer. What's up? Her hands are still wrapped around the bat. She stares at Flummox inches away from its snout, wide-eyed and grinning maniacally. The arrow hits Flummox's thigh. Flummox lets go of the bat and flips out of reach, putting Roxy where Cade's swing hit the hammer. Roxy has flattened once again. The arrow made of light disappears after hitting Flummox, so he's injured, but there's no arrow to stop the bleeding. Flummox quickly gets out of his phone and snaps a picture as he starts typing. Roxy bounces back to form immediately. Gurgle. Her bat reforms in her hands. Melody screams in horror. What's happening? Cade blinks, post-flattening. Sorry? That's our Rux. Luna passes out thanks to blood loss. You're good. Roxy steps back, putting her bat over her shoulder, and stares at Flummox. Cole rolls in casually, still wearing his mafia outfit. Why are the lights off? Lux snarls as she runs at Flummox. Flummox dodges. He's still typing and chuckles. Melody realizes Luna needs help again and runs to her, putting pressure on the wound and picking Luna up, taking her to the kitchen. She's extremely light, so it's an easy task. Cade snaps his attention to Cole. The clown is evil in nature. Roxy runs up to Flummox and swings at his face. Cole pulls the skull up and twists it to the left as two halves of the sword blade eject from the sides of the cane and clash together at the end of the cane, creating some sparks and a full short sword blade. The clown is about to learn what Cain can do to a man. You filthy homestuck. Roxy looks at Cole in disgust. Flummox bends back to dodge and does finger guns at Cole. Cole's file suddenly triggers a strong laughing fit. Cole bursts out laughing as he steps forward and slashes at Flummox's leg. Cade remains prepped in the hammer. Flummox does a rather impressive hop. Locke leaps and tackles Flummox while in midair, and they land on the sofa with a jingle. Cade watches, but shifts his positioning, so he's facing the couch. Melody walks back in, looking around and aiming to shoot Flummox in the arm. Cole pivots to face the couch and points his sword at Flummox's throat while laughing. Locke tries to pin Flummox down, but hesitates as Flummox grabs her by the throat. I wouldn't! He smiles at Cole and Melody. They can see his claws on her throat as well. Melody immediately pulls her weapon down. What do you want? Why are you attacking? She asks, trying to get Flummox's focus off of Locke. Cole's running out of breath as he glares at Flummox and twists the skull to the right. The blade unlocks and pushes the skull down while the blade swinging back at the cane. Cade watches and keeps the hammer ready. Roxy sits back down. Now why don't we talk this out like civilized people? You're civilized, aren't you? Flummox talks like he's speaking to a bunch of children. I kind of want you dead immediately, Cade threatens. Locke isn't being choked, just close to being stabbed. I'll show you civilized, Roxy snarls and prepares to go full dingus mode. Cole collapses and passes out. Melody looks between Locke and Flummox. What do you want? Oh, I'm sorry. I think you might be out of the loop on this one. There's an eerie glow to his eyes. The name's Jack, he smiles, but it looks a bit disgusting. There it is, Roxy says. Cool name. What do you want? Melody asks again, keeping her composure. Slow your roll. I wasn't done yet, Jack retorts. I'm out of the loop. Thanks for catching me up. I still don't like you, though, Cade asks. Oh, sorry, Melody says, panicking just a tad. I'm also that haunted account? The guy talking about a dead hamster? God, that's my favorite bit. Melody nods. Ring any bells? Jack asks. No, not really, Melody replies. Too many. Roxy groans. Cade is unaware. Alright, I am going to turn the original music back on. Cole takes a sharp breath as he rises to his feet. You freaking idiot. How dare you activate a program inside of me? What about... He gets out his phone with his other hand. Cole, shush. I'm sharing my social gizmos. I love this so much. It reminds me of I love this so much. It reminds me of when everyone was scared of King. Roxy is autistically vibrating. Okay. But, like, it's rude to activate that program when I'm fighting you. Cole rests both his hands on his cane. Cade is so perplexed. What is happening? Okay. As I was saying, Flummox huffs and flips through a couple of apps. Maybe you should show me my... Wait. Maybe you know me from my fanfictions? My pen name is Meth on Tumblr. Oh my gosh. Freaking fanfiction writer.
Cole steps forward as he slams his cane against the ground. My assistant has been telling me about this person. Oh my god. Roxy glares. You're kidding with me, Kate huffs. Melody has a blank expression. Don't know who that is either. I let the dog in, Jack says. I want you dead, Kate shouts. I mean, I could kill him right now, Cole turns to Kate. Melody looks so confused. Cool, can you get Locke now? Do it, Kane responds to Cole. Cole turns to Flummox. So this is the part where I kill you? I did my turn. I did my funny little reveal. Flummox lets go of Locke and pats her on the head. She's frozen shock. Flummox then gets his gun out and shoots Cole randomly near the chest. Whoops, I should really start turning the safety on these things. Kate tries to whack Flummox from the side. Melody runs to Locke, blocking her from Flummox. Leave! Cole is shot in the chest as he groans and stumbles back. Idiot. Cole pulls the skull up and twists it to the left as Stu has the sword blade eject from the sides of the cane and clash together at the end of the cane, creating some sparks and a full short sword blade. He then slashes at Flummox. Flummox quickly grabs Melody and pushes her in the way of the hammer as he gets cut on the arm by the cane. He heads out the door, laughing. Or did he actually say LMAO? I feel like he actually said LMAO. Locke is still shunned and stays in place. Melody gets flung into the wall and slides down. Ugh. Cade stares, distraught. Cole looks over at Cade. You really should avoid hitting allies, you know? Melody whimpers on the floor. Wow, I didn't notice. Maybe I should learn how to stop while I'm at it, Cade yells. Cole smiles. Yeah. The hammer dissipates into smoke. Cade breathes in, takes a step back, then screams at the top of his lungs. Yay, last page. I'm enjoying it, but my throat's dying, so. Cole walks over to Melody and checks to make sure they aren't hurt. She's fine. Cade stops after a solid 10 minutes, then sighs. I needed a moment. He goes over to Melody and pats her head. Sorry about that. Melody looks up. It's okay. Can I get a hug? He hugs her. She hugs back, yawning. I'm sleepy. You should sleep. He looks over to Locke, then looks back to Cole. What? I don't need sleep, I'm fine, Cole shrugs. No, I mean you should probably help or something, I don't know. Melody pulls away from the hug. Is Locke gonna be okay? Cole looks over at Locke. Yeah, probably. He leans his cane against the couch and tries to scoop Locke into his arms. I need several drinks after this, Kate sighs. Locke takes a step back. I'm not imagining things, right? That was Jack. She sounds confused and tired. Cole nods and sighs. Yeah, that was Jack. Huh. Locke starts to sway slightly. Well, I'm a little light. Locke faints like a pansy. Cole catches Locke before she hits the floor and leans her against the wall. Whoop. He sits next to Locke and vibes. Melody nods, heading to her room to sleep. Meanwhile, during the battle, Melody sets Luna on the kitchen floor, grabbing a first aid kit and starting to treat the gunshot. She pays attention to Luna's breathing, making sure she's alive. She's definitely breathing, but it's shallow. There are tears dripping from her eyes as well. She wipes Luna's eyes with a tissue, fishing up the bandage and sitting with her to make sure she doesn't bleed out or die. Chris looks up from his mug of hot chocolate and jolts at the sight before him. What happened? Luna eventually catches her breath. Her eyes are still closed, and she shouts, and she sounds extremely tired. Luna got shot. Can you keep an eye on her? I want to go help the others, if you can make sure she's okay. Flummox. Bad. She falls asleep in the chair. Go ahead, mate, Chris says. Melody nods and goes back to the brawl on the living room floor. Goes back to the brawl in the living room. I was thinking about Luna being on the ground. Crystal speaks to Luna in her dreams. At least it wasn't the marked broadsword. Not now, please. Gotta look at the bright side, Loons. Remember what I taught you. After a few moments, Luna wakes up, but is still extremely weak. She hears Jack ask for civilized conversation instead of fighting and remarks, Civilization ended the moment you shot me in the shoulder. Don't move too fast, alright? You're safe, Chris reminds her. Luna nods to Chris. But at least this time around, he started it, not Spider, she sighs. Noted. So Flummox just out of nowhere, she asks. Jack Whim, confirmed. Luna looks peed. Yeah, Chris, we were having fun, and then Jack shot me in the shoulder. Jack, like the guy from the old timeline. And confirmed he's no one haunted. Again, and yes, the same. Chris takes a deep breath. Of course he did. Of course he is. To be precise, I am unsure if he is literally the same person from the last timeline, but I have a feeling it's likely. Plausible? The king is nothing more than a jack of all trades. Sure does explain a lot of things. Luna snaps her laptop into the kitchen, but only types with one hand and listens into the conversation. Luna takes the deepest breath in as she feels herself starting to hyperventilate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chris starts saying it aloud in a slow pattern. Luna is catching her breath, but she's scrolling wildly through Tumblr regardless. That explains the terminal hate. Why he never called Terminal Sparrow. Pi is in danger? With Jack gone, Luna passes out once more at the table. Seems just a bit too much of excitement. Seems just that bit of excitement was too much for her. After more sleeping, Luna's eyes turn purple as Crystal takes over. Shortly after, Locke shakes her head and wakes up from the faint. Crystal walks into the living room, their shoulder wrapped up in bandages, as they hop onto the top bunk and carefully lay down. Kate sits in the middle of the room. Glad things have calmed down at least. Crystal's voice is tired. Meph? We heard... They were Jack this entire time, and they've read The World Reached. Kind of terrifying if you ask me. A villain that knows our pasts, Crystal adds. Cole groans as he mutters, I'm not looking forward to this. Locke sighs, that's my dad. Why did you let the dog in? Kate begins to break down into tears. You sadly freaking let the dog in, didn't you? I thought he was cool for a whole day or two, but now... They look at the injured shoulder. I want to pay them back for this. Oh, and Luna's sword is gone. There are pieces of Luna's shattered pink claymore she lost her sword. There are pieces of Luna's shattered pink claymore scattered around the impact zone. Cole takes a deep breath and sighs heavily. I'm not going to be of much use when I'm forced to laugh the whole battle. The TV resumes Just Dance and the lights cut on. Crystal turns the game off with her psychic powers angrily. I'll fix the sword later, but for now, I have to think about my actions against those bears, Cole mutters. What did you do to bears? Kate asks and looks over. Crystal lays back and eventually falls asleep, but not before listening to Cole talk about the bears. Locke stays awake all night. She mainly sits there and watches whatever's happening in the room and zones out. I killed like 5 bears after I ate a whole brick of Coke. Cole remarks and doesn't have a scratch on him. Freaking love Cole. He's so funny. Oh my gosh. Alright, last one. My voice is going up. Mr. Wobbles. And then let's see. Next time we'll do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. Okay, all these are videos. 1, 2, 2, 23, 24. Yeah, we can do it all next time. We can finish it up next time. The rest of them. Because there's a lot of videos. Alright, so let's read. What was it? Mr. Detrick Pokerface. Mr. Wobbles. This was on January 8th, last month. There's rapid knocking at the front door. Melody gets up and answers it. Hello? Jack takes an exaggerated wide step into the room. Hey-oop! Melody tries to push him out. Hey, no, get out. Jack tumbles over and falls on the porch. Melody slams the door and locks it. That'll show him. Kate steadily springs awake. What? Roxy is in the couch. There's more rapid knocking. Bruh. Luna sighs from the top bunk. Melody goes to the front window and flips off Jack. Kate holds his head, looking around the room. Ugh. Jack goes up to the window. He sticks out his tongue, crosses his eyes, and pulls the corners of his mouth to smile. It's like a freaking evil jester. Roxy sneers and smuggles. That man needs a dentist, Luna says. Is that who that is? Kate replies. Yeah. Leave her, mister, or I'll have to fight ya, she huffs, sticking her own tongue out at him. Roxy looks at Melody, still unable to speak due to... Okay. Leave her, mister, Luna facepalms. Leave here, mister? Luna facepalms. Kate covers his face, trying to hold back his cackling. Jack giggles with a hard hand to his mouth and ducks out of view, similar to Duck Hunt. Oh good, Luna groans. Melody huffs and rolls up her sleeves. Why, I yada. What's with all the memes? Cade's wheezing. Jack is gone. Melody looks around and looks for some. Wait. Melody looks around and waits for something to happen. Roxy is coolin'. Luna is ready for whatever happens. The next moment, they suddenly have a brick chimney, and Jack falls out of it with a tumble. Seriously, it's like a magical evil jester. There's soot all over him. Melody looks over and tries to grab Jack by the scruff. Cade looks at the brand new chimney. Huh. Roxy stares. Heart that's full up like a landfill job that slowly kills you. Oh god. It might be our conduit warning. Literal Jack Claus, Luna says. Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Cole chuckles. Can we help you, Jack? Luna says after taking a deep breath. I have a superbulous, doofer-doobulous idea to instafix the non-feral world. Jack hangs by the scruff. Such a pretty house and such a pretty garden, Roxy says. What is happening? Kate asks. Melody tries to throw him out the door. Like, I don't know what's happening either at this point. Melody tries to okay. To instafix the non-feral world, it's broken? Luna asks, as there's another knock. Yes, very broken. And speaking of plans, here comes Miss Cherrybomb. Jack smiles mischievously. The non-feral world is broken. Cole's voice swaps to one of the kids in Our Table is Broken video. The non-feral world is broken! Cade looks in the direction of the knock. Well, Melody huffs and drops Jack, opening the door. The door opens, and Nyx steps in. Oh crap. She's wearing a short dark red dress and matching eyeshadow. Her golden eyelashes are dulled, making her eyes brighter. She still wears the robe of wings. Luna peers at the dress and instantly looks down while blushing. Holy. Cole looks over at Nyx. Whore located. Oh, hello. Melody takes a step back, blushing. Pleasure to meet you, miss. She does a little curtsy. She is not wearing a dress. Roxy is staring at Jack, paying no attention to the average-looking woman in the room. Cade blinks several times. Reminds me of my time in Nyx takes a few steps in. She knows how to walk in a dress. Cole stands up and does that one JoJo pose. You know, the one you weeb. Okay, I don't. Okay. Jack snickers and gets up. Nyx Twix, ready to woo a zinger? Melody is gay. A zinger? Roxy springs up. Oh crap. Which zinger are we fighting? Luna is excited. Alright, let's go. Jack marches out the door. Nyx rolls her eyes and sighs. Cole, Roxy, Melody, Luna, and Cade follow, and Jack and Nyx walk through the woods until they reach an abandoned carnival. Ooh, this is fun. Hi, isn't that that's funny. I actually made a carnival, the background of the thumbnail in this video, without knowing this part had a carnival in it. It's only right up to Poker Face. That's funny. Called it without even meaning to. The sky is a foggy white, and the pine trees look like that of Wicket Woods. They walk through the field, with the carousel from the last zinger fight. The moose is nowhere in sight. Jack squints and scans the area. Nyx sighs. God, these shoes hurt. Then take them off, whore, Roxy groans. I don't want to see rabbit gripers at 2:20 p.m., Cole argues. Can't you wear them when we arrive, Nyx? Luna asks. Just say pause, please, Cade pleads. Nyx groans in annoyance. Jack makes his hands into a telescope and keeps looking around with his tongue sticking out. If anyone spots a three-headed moose, Roxy smiles. Cade takes a slight glance towards Roxy. Three-headed moose? Is that our target? Luna looks to the sky to try and spot it. I would hate to hit that with my car. I can't imagine the insurance claim on that one. Cole shakes his head. More like two-headed, if you know what I mean. Roxy winks. Melody looks around. What's happening? Jack's ears go up, and he turns to look at Roxy. Did you take its antlers already? Cade looks away with that. A little more than that, Jackie, Roxy smiles. Luna looks at Roxy in confusion. Good news, Nyx. You don't have to woo anyone. Jack starts marching towards the carousel. You're going to have me moo a moose? Nyx grumbles. What is happening? Melody asks, confused. Furry's shaking my head. Cole shakes his head as he follows. For real, Roxy says. I think Roxy actually just said FR. Because Roxy actually does the abbreviations. Luna just follows. follows Jack and doesn't question what he said. Melody huffs following. We're all furries, Cade continues to follow along. Nix turns around and leaves. Yeah, good luck with that, Jack. She's just mad she didn't get to woo anyone, Jack whispers to the group. Cole starts to feel a hint of an aching as they reach the carousel. It's rather old, with a control booth a few feet from it. Looks rad, Roxy says. Cole groans in pain slightly as he adjusts his overcoat. Dang, that thing looks old. Cade looks it over, squinting as he does. Cool, Luda says excitedly. Can you tell us what's going on? Melody yells at Jack and Nix. Someone just learned how to swear, Roxy chuckles. Melody looks pissed off and tries to shove Roxy. Nix flips them off as she walks out of sight. Jack nods. You see, I have a plan to fix the natural world from resetting over and over, like a run speed plan. Roxy doesn't budge. What's the non-fair world? Melody asks, huffing and crossing her arms. Cade watches as they talk, still taking a good look at things. Luna is looking around, finding things to be familiar for some reason. Non-fair world is full of non-ferals, unlike you humans. Jack just kicks the control box. Well, I tried. Yeah, that's kind of a given considering it's called a non-feral world, Cade says. Cole grabs his cane from his overcoat and leans on it slightly while watching them talk. So wait, was your entire plan to start the carousel? Luna asks. My plan is we're all going to walk right up to Mr. Wobbles himself and demand he fix things or else. What if we just started spinning it? Cade asks. I don't think that would work. Gods don't generally accept demands from mortals, Luna responds. Nothing I have done before. Let's go. Roxy looks to Jack, fiddling with her necklace. Cole hobbles over to the control panel like an old man and makes a Yoda as he stares at it. It looks simple, but old. Cole checks for any broken components as he taps his finger on his chin. The wires to the switches look loose. Melody just sits there and watches. Cole reconnects the wires. Jack taps his foot as he's getting impatient. Cole flips all the switches on. Bingo bongo bippity! The ride's lights flicker on as it slowly starts to spin and music plays. Jack's ears perk up some as he walks over to Cole and hopes to pat his head and tosses him a dog treat. Jack then walks to the ride. Good job. Okay now, let's get our world fixed. This is the door to hell that Dren talked about. Is the carousel the door to hell? Roxy asks. Cade perks up, watching as it flares to life. Cole's eyes flicker to pink, then back to hazel. I'm holding my tongue. Jack hops up onto the horse on the ride. The one and only. He disappears behind the center of the ride. He's no longer on the horse he was riding. Oh boy, this carousel of chaos. The carousel of chaos once more. Luna sighs and gets on one of the horses. Cole puts his cane on his overcoat and saddles on one of the horses. Yippee! Roxy, Melody, and Cade also hop on the ride. As they ride, it feels as if the ride is going slightly uphill. The sky shifts to night, and there's a feeling of bad luck. Luna is just deep breathing, keeping herself calm while riding. Oh my gosh, this is a long one. Okay. Everything outside of the ride fades to pitch black, with no stars, as they see Jack standing on the side of the ride, waiting for them. Roxy gets off the carousel. Hello, Jackurel. Everyone else hops off, following Roxy and Jack. This way. Can we have some quiet coyotes? Jack puts his hand up to his pointer and pinkies up like a coyote. Okay. The other end makes a hushing motion over his mouth. He walks backwards as he leads the group into the dark. What is a quiet coyote? Cade whispers. Roxy is a very quiet coyote, mimicking Jack's movements as she follows him. Luna also follows silently. Cole whispers to Cade. Shh, quiet coyote. He follows with his cane. What if I scream right now for fun? Melody asks in a sweet voice. Then the divulgers in the area might try to tear you limb from limb for potentially disturbing the zinger in this area. Jack smiles as he keeps doing the hand gesture, waiting for them to get quiet. Melody crosses her arms. Cade keeps quiet and shrugs. Roxy is also doing the hand gesture. Luna shrugs and stays silent. Even her usual playlist is off. Cole's coolant pump is audible. It is dead silent, except for a distant quiet breathing in Cole's coolant pump. Cole still aches a bit more as they walk. The breathing is getting closer. Cole groans in pain, a little louder as he grips his cane and keeps walking. Luna wonders what kind of zinger would want dark and silence, but she continues walking in pure silence. Jack makes another gesture, asking them to stop as he stops walking. He seems diligently scanning the area. Cole stops walking as he looks around carefully. Luna pauses and looks around. Roxy stays a quiet coyote. Melody stops. Kinda stops. Cade stops. Hands on his hips as he looks around. Jack looks up. He points up as he makes another quiet coyote hand. Looming above them, looks like a long, still shape partly hidden in the dark. It moves up out of sight after a few seconds. The party watches silently. Jack waits a moment before continuing. Eventually they can no longer see the carousel as he stops again. He faintly whispers to them. Okay, now let's hope he isn't sleeping or he will probably try to kill us instantly. He's not a morning person. He instantly cups his hands over his mouth and screams, "Heyo, we have a question!" Really? After having them be quiet, you're gonna do that? Melody puts her head in her hands. I swear to God, Jack. Luna silently says the face palm. Roxy smiles. Cade tries to leave. Nah, I'm out. Cole looks over at Cade. You're staying here, or I'm removing all of the mayo from the house. Cade looks to Cole. Just killed his first board. He looks over at Cade just looks over at Cole like he killed his first board. Lights in the dark flicker on like stars. Closer lights are the bright white, while thousands in the distance are green, blue, and red. Cole's soul starts to severely ache. There's a sickening feeling of bad luck. Oh goody, he was already up. Jack smiles. He made me drown. Roxy complains. What? What did you bring us to? Luna takes a deep breath and prepares for battle. Melody is terrified and backs up, summoning her bow in her hand. Cole groans in pain as he falls to one knee and grips his cane hard, struggling to stand back up. Cade looks among everyone, but tries to keep Old Man Cole on his feet. You good? Cole nods as he winces and groans. I'm fine, don't worry about me. Jack looks over at Cole. Wait, what do you feel? Jack sounds a hint of concern for once. Aching in my soul or something. Not important. Cole's breathing is slow and deep as he looks over at Jack. Jack's ears perk up again. Okay, not important. Very important. As a Fubglumblagir of a Duber ever cried under soul? Jack looks... look at this one when I shake my face. Anyway, Jack looks a hint panicked. The ache's getting worse as something large moves in the dark. It seems to be whale-sized. What does that even mean? Kate asks. Sounds like some kinda non-feral STD, Roxy says. Cried on a soul what? Luna asks. Cole groans in pain louder as he leans on his cane more. It cried on my soul. Jack looks over towards the movement in the dark. He has a look of fear. Hey, Wobbles buddy? We just wanted to check on you. Please don't try to take his soul, thanks. The ache grows unbearable. Cole grips his chest as he falls to one knee as he drops his cane and mutters, I'm not good anymore. Luna goes to Cole to protect him. What? Cade raises an eyebrow, but tries to help him up and carry the majority of his weight. Please don't have a heart attack. I don't know CPR. They all see a large face, faintly in the dark. It has stretched flesh and dark eyes. Its golden teeth look messed up. The teeth on the lower jaw point down to the ground, and its jaw stretched along long ears. Its face alone is the size of a large house, and it looks down at them. Everyone's knees become slightly weaker. Here's what the creature looks like. Yeah, it's freaking huge, dude. Creepy. Alright, I'm gonna read the rest of this one, then I'm gonna check comments, and then I'll finish it up. Oh dear, Mr. Wobbly, you're still making me weak at the knees, Roxy jokes. Melody's freaking out, but goes to Cole, trying to drag him back the way they came. Someone help me, we need to run! Don't run, just stay calm, Jack calls out to the party. Cole stares at the face. It looks like a Pokemon. Kinda does, doesn't it? A little bit. What? Cade just stares, then he looks to Jack. Stay calm? Yeah? Guys, just stay calm. He's just a little guy. Hasn't hurt anyone yet, Roxy adds. We just need to talk to it. And everyone will be fine and dandy, Jack sounds scared. Something is attempting to purify Cole's soul. Black smoke starts to rise from Cole's chest. That's weird. Cole coughs up some black smoke. Is he gonna change to something else? Melody draws her bow, aiming a shot at one of the Frog Wobbler's eyes. So, Frog Wobbler, that's your name, right? Let's see here. Ah! Roxy walks closer. Alright, yeah, you're on our list tonight. Okay, so what are you looking for in a job here? Cade, watches the smoke, absolutely confused out of his mind. There, Melody fires, phases halfway into Frog Wobbler's face, and flickers like a video game glitch. It doesn't react at all. Jack tilts his head some. What the? The black smoke continues to rise as he coughs out more of it. Goodness gracious. What is that? What's wrong with Cole? Melody asks fearfully. Jack is trying to think as he looks around at everything happening. Cole continues to cough and do nothing. Old man. Cole turns away and huffs a small burst of flame away from everyone. Just to get more light. In the bust, they see a checkered floor and distant arches. Frog Wobbler is only a head, and an arm, clipping in and out of reality. That's freaky. What? Cade looks around some. Cole breathes in heavily and mutters, "Get him." What's happening? The monster looks fake, Melody says. Actually that explains a lot. Jack no longer looks scared, and he walks up to it. Cade is so confused. He looks to Cole and asks, "How do you want to be held? Like a bride over my shoulder, or..." Melody looks around, shooting an arrow of light up to the ceiling to try and see how far up it goes. It goes up and doesn't hit anything before gravity forces it back down. Okay, new plan. Jack resumes his confident demeanor. Since Wobbly here isn't all that there, we need to fix his soul so we can talk to him. Cole freezes up, turns his head to the side, and spits out a green black tissue. He stares at it. Fix whose soul? Huh? Melody says. Probably the one who's hacking up his lungs? Cade replies. I have no idea what's happening. Ever, honestly, Roxy sighs. We need Zinger's tears to fix his soul. All the Zingers, to be exact, Jack explains. Oh, okay. We have some of those, don't we? One? Roxy says. I think that's supposed to be on my soul. Cole stares at the green and black tissue. Your soul looks pretty gross, Cade responds. Ew. Anyway, seems like I can't speedrun this one. Like I thought, Jack says. Sucks. Cole, are you okay? Melody asks Cole. Cole nods. Yeah, I feel strangely good. He tries to clamber out of Cade's arms. Cade lets it happen. Jack nods. Alright, well, I'm going to pawn off that task to you all. Now, do you guys know what a zinger is? Roxy starts making noises. Yeah, I already took Moosey's skull. I'm pretty sure me, Roxy, Aerie, Harmonia, and Claire, yeah, Cade says. Man, I must really be good at explaining. Now, when you guys get all the tears in one bottle, hand it to me, and we can talk. Hand to me, and we can have a talk with the Wibbly Wobbly. Shouldn't we have them in separate bottles? Cross-contamination is awful, Roxy asks. We're gonna fix them anyways. Jack shrugs as he starts walking back. I don't know what a zinger is, Melody mumbles. Cole stands up as he dusts off his overcoat. His stature seems off, but not in a good way. But not in a bad way. So, what are we doing? I just finished processing the last 10 or so minutes. Home time, Cade presumes, leading the way back home for everyone. Leaving is certainly an idea, Cole follows the others home with confidence in his stride. Roxy sticks around for a bit, until she's the only one left. She starts walking, trying to find a different exit from the building. It's oddly quiet, and she finds herself walking for hours before finding a wall with a black door. She opens the door and slogs through. There's Roxy over here freaking discovering the next area they need to be in, probably. Some kind of super crazy portal or something. To another Hellscape. Okay, why is that not working? Oh, there it goes. Did I go too far? I feel like I went too far. No, that's it. Whew, last page. She's outside in nature. Okay, that's weird. There's a cool breeze and large pine trees around fields of golden grass. The trees' needles are purple and blues. The sickening feeling of bad luck is gone. Roxy starts walking forward as she looks around curiously. Occasionally, she sees something shifting in the tall grass, and moose-like creature in the distance gazing in the grass. She almost steps on a colorful sock puppet lizard with googly eyes that skittles by. Okay, that's adorable. It's been hours of walking again. The forest is full of life everywhere she goes. Sometimes, blind fish swim through the air in groups. Eventually, she reaches a tree line and a larger field of gold grass that stretches off into the distance with no creatures around. She narrows her eyes at this before continuing on, while checking to see if her phone works. Her signal is getting weaker the further she goes, but it is strong enough to send messages for now. She sends a message before continuing on her walk. Eventually, the area is darker, covered in a large shadow. Her phone signal is gone, and there is a distant, faint gnawing. The breeze here is stronger. Roxy looks up and around as she continues to walk. The gnawing is getting louder. Sounds like it's something large, and there's next to no light. Roxy continues to walk. She tries to put on her phone flashlight. She turns on the light and is face to face with something grotesque. Large sets of jaws and teeth make up a large wall, all biting and gnawing at itself to stay together, even on wounds and infections. There's spit drooling from all over the wall. Each tooth is triple the size of a human tooth, and there's occasional pale reflective eyes mixed in with jaws that reflect her light from the phone. We've got a freaking eldritch being over here. What? Roxy's eyes widen. What is that? She cautiously walks towards it. The breeze is from the breath of all of the creatures. The eyes watch her. Actually, this kind of sounds like the Wall of Flesh from All Tomorrows. Stepping any closer could result in being mauled into nothing but dust. Roxy takes a bottle of cotton candy Faygo from her bag and tosses it in. It instantly ground into nothing as the jaws speed up chewing. She tries to take a picture with her phone. As the camera flashes, it continues flashing, taking continuous pictures. There's a crackling sound from inside the phone as it feels warm. Whoa! She drops her phone and steps back a bit. The phone crackles more as it starts changing shape. It bends itself into the shape of a snubbified... What? It bends itself into the shape of a snubbified dysphemoid as the screen turns green and the crackling stops. Darn it, I had so much on that phone. She grumbles. Bah, humbug. She picks up the phone and walks away as she makes a face at the creature. Well, that was a heck of a story reading, wasn't it? Read The World Reach.gay. It's a crazy story. And there's still much more to go through. We'll have to pick up on that next time. So how's your all's week been? Like I said, I got all kinds of videos and stuff coming up. And just got a lot going on, so I haven't got to finish anything. I just started a bunch of things. Also working on the magazine, second issue. But yeah, I got some things I'm gonna try to get out tomorrow. I'm also gonna, after this stream, I'm about to end it. I am going to put on a sneak peek of something from High Five Friends. Yeah, we just met Wobbles, actually. Let's see. Same I am. I'm always at it, huh? I try my best to stay at it. Going through the comments right now. Yeah, my throat's starting. Well, my voice is starting to give out because I don't really talk that much when I'm by myself. So 3 hours of talking is more than I'm used to. I will. I'll try honey with tea. That sounds really good. Thank you for the suggestion. I have both, so. Wait. Oh, Grant, can you do one of the characters you do from the beginning of the girls' interview with the interviewer? That was bloody brilliant. The interviewer character? Can we do the interviewer character? Said the W word? Okay. Hello, Sour Patch Kid. We were reading The World Reached, and we are now finishing up the stream. You can, it'll be on the channel after. You can go back and watch it. It was a really good story time. Very crazy reading. It is really interesting. Yeah, like I said, I'll continue this later on. I don't know if I'll get to this week, but I'll try.
And I want to finish up chapter 4 so we can do the talk show thing. If you would like to read it from the very beginning, you can go to theworldreached.gay. Instead of .com, it's .gay. Theworldreached.gay, and you can read everything from the beginning there. It's an awesome site. Definitely check it out. I could try to do the voice, but my throat's all messed up. I'm gonna have to think about it. Give me a second. Yeah, that doodle voice was so bad, but I couldn't do one, and I felt like if I actually tried, it would come off prejudiced, because it was like super crappy Japanese. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go all out, try to make it British, and it messed it up. I guess I did. Well, it's kind of like this. I can't really do it right now because of my voice, but I'm trying to do it as best I can, and also I'm like about to choke. I'll have to do it some other time when my voice is not about to give out. But I'm doing it the best that I can. Anyway, thank you all again for joining me tonight. I had a really good time. I missed the streams. I missed you all. Just thank you all for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate all you all do for me. Thank you, Roxy, for the dono. I really appreciate that. That really does help me a lot. Been going through some stuff, so that helps more than you know. Thank you so much. Thank you all again for watching. Thank you for putting up with my craziness. And I just again, thank you. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Anything I'll have to say before I head out? I'm just gonna upload the Hi-Fi Threads thing and just give the link and readers to the peoples. Hey 2D Music, I'm about to head out, but good to see you anyway. Alright. Well, that's all for now. But until next time, keep your eyes... Give me a second. Make sure the outro's ready. Keep your eyes wide open and never stop reading. I'll see you all. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my patrons and channel members. Thanks to you, I'm able to do what I love. CNK114, Investigator Zeus, Dobby's Music, Jera Mullins, Free Spirit Katie, MC Darfer, Roxy, Vexus, Agnieszka, Granny Monster, Nightmare Luna, and Lily Ardad. Really, thank you so much for everything you do. It means the